Hello everyone! Welcome to the stream. Today we'll be playing our second session of our Waterdeep Dragon Heist campaign. In their quest to rescue Floon Bagmar, our heroes will be braving the Waterdeep sewer network in their search for the Xanathar Guild's hideout. Without further ado, let us jump into Discord. Hello everyone, how are we? Are we ready for adventure?
Hello!
Hello!
Yes, adventure is good.
Adventure
likes
is
adventure.
very good. We'll just wait for Liam's side to catch up.
As per the norm.
And for the Oakses to make their presence known at some point.
Yes. The Oakses. You always tell an Oaks when they're fashionably late, and then later than that.
Yes! But you'll be braving the Waterdeep sewer network today. So perhaps Lucian just doesn't want to get the filthy shit water on his clothing.
Oh, a druid only gets 2 wild shapes.
Yeah, only 2. At all times, it never goes up. It's always 2. So use them use them wisely.
2 is the number they shall have, and the number they shall have shall be 2.
Yes.
3 is too much, and 1 is not enough unless 1 continues on to 2.
Yes.
4 is just asking for too much, quite honestly.
Yeah, imagine all the wild shape. Imagine all the shenanigans that would go on if wild shape was as high as 4. That would be too much.
I want shenanigans. Give me shenanigans!
Hello,
Liam's stream.
Welcome, Liam's
Hello.
side. How are we today?
Good!
So, last week, we began the new campaign. The party assembled, met each other for the first time, and you were
Except one.
Except for one, yes. And you were assigned a quest by Volo, the famous author of Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Which if you play Baldur's Gate 3, he removes his eye.
Yes. And that quest was to rescue his friend, Floon Bagmar, who appears to have been kidnapped by the Xanathar Guild because he bears a striking resemblance to Rainier Neverember, the son of Waterdeep's previous Open Lord, Dagolt Neverember. You rescued Rainier Neverember last week, and he informed you that his friend Floon had been unfortunately mistaken for him, and so today you will be continuing your quest and searching for the Xanathar Guild's hideout. You have had a long rest. Most of you had rooms in the Yawning Portal Tavern. However, Sir Lucian and Nathal, being residents of the city of Waterdeep, did not have to slum it in the tavern, and so enjoyed a nice long rest in the city guard barracks and Sir Lucian's ancestral estate and winery on the outskirts of the city.
Some good elvish wine.
I'm surprised anyone actually just straight up gave Bobbers a room.
Well, you did fight off a troll that assaulted the tavern. So you were given 3 rooms for the night.
What you saying over there?
And so, our story continues the very next day as you find yourselves back in Waterdeep's Dock District, searching for the entrance to the sewers that was indicated to you last night. So to begin, I would like someone to please make an investigate check.
I do not have investigation as... Do I have it? No, I don't.
I have a +2 to investigation, so...
There we go, let the small child do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's let the small random child that we met yesterday help us out. That'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I have +2 because of intelligence, but I just don't have proficiency.
Same.
But
I got a 12.
A 12. Yep, well that will be enough.
Yay!
So, with Bobbitt's keen eye and the help of Mr. Stick, you scour the docks district, and you manage to locate the entrance to the part of the sewer network where the Xanathar Guild's hideout is supposed to be. It's not just any old manhole would do. You don't fancy wading through the sewers for hours on end, so using the directions you were told, you managed to find an entrance into the exact part of the sewer network. But on the way there, as you're moving through the dock district, you pass through a sort of market square just by the harbour, where there are many burly sailors working under the orders of several merchants, unloading and loading goods onto ships and setting up stalls, already getting into the swing of things, hawking their goods to passers-by. And as you make your way through this market square, you see something that's sort of out of the norm as far as Waterdeep is concerned. Standing in front of a stall that is selling what appear to be crude pieces of jewellery made with imitation gemstones, you see a short hooded figure sitting astride a large flightless bird with colourful plumage. And as you draw nearer, you notice this hooded figure under its green hood has a long brown beak and brown feathers coming out of its face. Appears to be an Aarakocra, a species that is rather rarely seen in this part of the realms. What do any of you approach this strange bird figure?
I do not approach, but I pull out a notepad and jot down that I've seen a rare thing in Waterdeep.
Bobbit wants to hug the bird.
What did Bobbit say?
Bobbit wants to hug the bird.
Which bird?
Yeah, the one in the hood, or the Aarakocra, or the large flightless bird that she's sitting astride of.
Pretty sure I would have clocked the large one that she's sitting on at the first and foremost, because I'm.
So
can I?
Yep.
As Bobbit runs forward, can I determine that he wants to hug the large flightless bird or the
yes, you
bird
can.
sitting on top?
Make an insight check, please.
Oh, damn, that's only a 6. No, that's a 9.
9? Before you have a chance to do anything, you see Bobbit's face light up with glee as he outreaches with his hands and starts sprinting towards the Aarakocra.
I get out a couple of words saying, "Careful, that's a dangerous."
Do I notice him?
I would like you to make a perception check, please, Ava.
Well, I would like to think you don't see a small child going, yeah!
Birdie! Well, I mean, she's probably looking for customers more than small children.
I've got, 19 plus 4.
It's over 20.
Lovely.
Oh, wow. So you definitely see me coming.
So you were transfixed on the shiny gemstones that the merchant has on display, and even though they're not real, to you they're still very shiny and beautiful. And as you lean over to get a closer look at one of them, reaching out one of your talons to pick it up, you hear a loud shout, and out of the corner of your left eye, you see a young human wearing an oversized wizard's hat sprinting towards you, and before you have a chance to react, he wraps his arms around the plumage of your cassowary mount.
Alright, I turn around, swiftly and go, "You're lucky that he's a friendly bird.
Yay!
What are you doing, small child?"
Bubba was excited by your bird friend, so he wanted to give it a hug.
Okay.
Do you need a hug?
Okay.
And so, the Aarakocra pats the cassowary on the back of its neck, and then she wraps her cloak around herself and climbs down off the cassowary. Now that she is on equal footing with Bobbit, you all notice that she's only a little bit taller than Bobbit is, but just the same, she takes a step forward, opens her cloak, and wraps Bobbit in an embrace around her two heavily feathered wings, wrapping him in her plumage.
Aww.
Aw, I was looking at shiny.
Swallows the small child, sends it to the Fey realm.
Seriously, you're the nicest birdie I've met so far. The last ones I met tried to kill me.
Oh my god.
Bob walks up and says, "Befriend a cassowary, how did you?"
Bird speak. Cassowaries, my friend.
Interesting. And Bob writes a couple of notes in his notebook.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bobbit's eyes somehow go even wider. It's like, you can talk to birds?
Well, I am a bird.
As you say this, another member of this strange band steps forward. A man who appears to have the proportions of a large mushroom. And as he steps forward, you can't help but notice his purple leather armor catch the sunlight and begin to glisten as it is unusually clean. He smiles,
Yeah,
and he smiles and he says, "Well, it's certainly nice to meet a feathered friend instead of a feathered foe."
I get a twinkle in my eye and think, shiny, my friend, and I go right up to it and side eye it because I'm a bird. Give a birdie side eye and go, "Where did you get that?"
He says, "Well, it was a recent acquisition in our adventuring career, and as luck would have it, we are about to embark on another adventure to the place where there may be more treasures such as this, so feel free to join us." Bird, feel free to join us, my fine feathered lady.
I put my beak right up to it and crack it a little bit.
He takes a step
And then
back.
my cassowary joins me.
He takes a step back, looking somewhat nervous at first, but then smiling. And then he simply points. He simply points ahead of you and says, we have things to do, so he says, "If you'd like to join us, feel free. Just no touching, please. I have had rather bad experiences with avian folk of late." And then he walks ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Friend, person.
No, I just have to go. I'm Nigel. I'm on the city garden. You're very tiny like a child.
And you're very tall.
Man,
And
Are the birds
you got
coming with
pretty
us?
feathers.
Don't touch the feathers.
And so
Thank
you
you.
move on through the market square, now with this strange Aarakocra and her cassowary mount, following behind you, transfixed upon Mickey McGrood and his unusually clean cloak. not removing their eyes from it. And I'm going to have to attempt to summon the Overseers again, because they're unusually late today.
Well, didn't anyone say it got something to work?
No, it got cancelled.
No, he said he got cancelled.
Ah.
Well, in the meantime, Bobbit has an idea.
Yep.
If we're all gonna be in a team, together, we need code names.
Alright, you go ahead and assign the code names. I'm
Why
going
did
to attempt to summon the other
they
Overseers.
It's a... Put down on top of the bird.
Okay.
And I believe I called him Maliki.
Maliki. Yes.
Maliki the cassowary.
I believe you did
Like
call him.
months ago. I just
Yes.
saw it at the bottom of my page, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay. So you soon come to a...
Oh, sorry, Dale.
Yep.
While we're at the marketplace, can I do just like a really quick shop?
Oh, sure. What would you like to buy?
Can I buy 5 darts?
5 darts? Sure. That's something that's very easy to find, and that will be 5 GP.
5 GP? Okay, cool. Thank you.
You purchase a pack of darts, and rather than appearing to be what you're used to as darts, these appear to just be large thorns plucked from some sort of tree. But they'll suit your purposes perfectly fine.
Is there from a... Okay, no. Okay, it's okay. I will, when it comes up, I will deal with it when it comes up.
And so you travel through the back alleys, and following Bobbit's directions, you eventually find a circular metal cover inset into the pavement. This appears to be the entrance to the sewers you are looking for, as evidenced by, barely visible, a tiny little eye insignia carved into the metal lid. And so, I would like Nathal to please make an athletics check to lift this cover.
Where's my new D20s?
In your butt.
Shut up, bird brain.
Hey!
If a weapon is for...
Ah!
That just sounded like you, not a bird.
Yeah! I was burning at the same time.
Athletics, you said, yeah?
Yep, athletics.
That is... God damn it, Kitty, that's a 17.
17. That is more than enough, and with a little bit of effort, the cover is easily lifted, revealing a ladder down into the sewers. The ladder descends into pitch black darkness. And so, those of you without dark vision might like to take this opportunity to prepare a source of light before you descend.
Bob steps forward, places a hand on Bobbit's hat, and casts light.
Very
Hold
good.
on a second, got a phone call. Hello. Oh, mute yourself, maybe.
Yeah, I had one before, but...
Pretty good. Sorry about yes.
He just left the room.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
okay, cool.
Alright.
So,
Bobbit just
the
left
cantrip light
Yep.
gives, until the spell ends and the duration is 1 hour, The object sheds bright light in 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Yep, and you are
the
casting it
light
on
can be-
which object?
Bobbitt's hat, if he agrees.
Yeah.
Very well. You touch Bobbitt's hat, casting light, and as you do so, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wasn't expecting this. That's a nat 1.
Yeah, well, you
don't
touch...
see shit.
I blind myself with the light.
You touch Bobbitt's hat, and it immediately begins to glow with the light you expected. However, as you cast the cantrip, you also feel a wave of what can only be described as magical energy burst outwards from the hat as you cast light on it, and you take 1 point of force damage.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Meanwhile, Bobbitt's just sitting under the hat, just like beaming stupidly, because it's just the whole Bobbitt's hat is glowing.
Bob
Yep.
looks at Bobbit and just frowns and starts muttering to himself. It sounds like he's asking someone something, but it's not loud enough for anyone to hear.
You cluster around the ladder with the light source produced. You begin to climb down into the sewers. All of you, except for Sir Lucian, who, when you reach the bottom of the ladder and find yourself waist deep in almost freezing and putrid-smelling sewer water, stares down the shaft, looking down at you with a look of disconcertment on his face.
Victoria, be ready to pick up at 4 foot.
Okay, sorry, Liam was just nearly falling over.
Do you, would you like to say anything to Sir Lucian?
What you doing, Sirloin? You coming or what?
He ponders
Oh.
you for a moment more.
Do you want to, sorry Dale, do you want to put the picture back up?
Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot that I had, forgot that I'd left the channel. Picture back up.
Alright.
So Lucian looks at you for a moment, and he says, no. It's not befitting of someone of my stature to crawl around in the sewers. I tell you what, I will take guard duty. And he shoots you a smile.
Okay.
You all collectively...
Can I roll insight? Can I roll insight to see what he really thinks?
Yes. You may go ahead
That's only
and
gonna be a 9. That's a 9.
Yeah, you're not quite sure if he's going to actually engage in what he calls guard duty. He just, doesn't want to walk around in the sewers and get his clothing and armor wet. He thinks it's beneath him. Well, that's the impression you get.
I'll just tilt his head to the side, going, okay, Sirloin, more adventure for us.
Okay. I just grab him by the scruffy of his collar, going, "You're coming down with us in this sticky sewer, and we're getting to the bottom of this."
I would like Nathal to please make a strength check.
Oh, God.
Why are you not so dumb?
He's dumb out of combat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is a 15.
15. Okay, so let me roll one for Sir Lucian now. We shall see how he goes. Sir Lucian has a strength of 19. I will roll for him right now. Plus 4. Sir Lucian, he was not expecting you to just reach out and grab him, and he makes a token effort to struggle against you. And then he just sighs and says, "Oh, very well then," and begins to climb down the ladder, joining you all in the sewer.
I'm confused by the sewer because I've
Oh,
never been
doorbell.
underground. Oh my god! Oh,
As he lands in the water, you hear him audibly groan and shudder. Ugh, ugh, disgusting, he says out loud. But nonetheless, reluctantly, he follows you down into the sewer tunnel. A putrid stream flows along this sewer tunnel, which leads in two directions. In one direction, you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference. At the end of each spoke, there is a tiny eye. The other way, leading to the right, there is no such marking. Which direction would you like to take?
Boat takes one look and immediately starts following the yellow marking on the wall.
Yep, to the left.
Mhm.
Everyone
I grabbed
else.
the small child.
Yep, and is everyone else following Bobbit?
Where are you
Sure.
going, small child?
Yep.
The Sploon guy told us we had to follow the yellow lines on the wall.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
And so after an hour of following these yellow signs through the tunnels, you come to a three-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby with an arrow pointing up, indicating you should climb the ladder. But floating near the symbol is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. It bares its teeth at you. Before
Poet takes one look and his eyes just immediately go like saucer
Yes.
wide. It's like,
It is much like the stuffed beholder you saw last night. However, it's even smaller, and it appears to be alive. So first, I would like everyone to please... Actually, what is everyone's passive perception?
14.
10.
12.
So mine's the highest.
Alright, so let me quickly check something before we roll for initiative.
Can we befriend it?
You may be able to, but at the moment it's
Oh,
baring
let's
its
befriend it.
teeth, and its eye stalks rear up, and it begins to make a beeline in your direction. So please roll for initiative.
Oh no!
Appears to
I
be a
wanna
guard.
Oh, that's a 20.
That's a 20. Not. I got 20, not nat.
23 all up.
Aha.
I got 19.
19. Okay.
I'm rolling in chat.
Oh, you can roll in chat. I'm using physical dice. I've got into the
Well.
habit of it from Rebby's stream.
Yeah. It's a
I
fun
haven't got
habit.
my dice here.
That's
That's all good.
So, what were those values again, sorry? For everyone?
23.
20.
20.
23, 20. And what did you get, Kitty?
12.
12. And Lucian has 15. And Mickey has 16. Very well. Alright, we're switching over to the combat map. Alright. The Gazer actually rolled a 24, so the enemies get to go
Oh,
first.
Oh shit.
Damn.
And so, combat starts with the tiny beholder shivering in the air, baring its sharp teeth, and pointing 2 of its eye stalks in your direction. And then, pew, pew, it fires. 1 eye stalk fires at Nathal. Nathal, please make a dex save.
That is a, what's that? 16 by itself, and with my dex, 18.
18, very well. It shoots a small blue ray of light out of one of its eye stalks at you, and you take, because you passed your dex save, 5 points of cold damage. Then, with its second eye ray, it shoots a small red orb in the direction of Bulb. Bulb, I would like you to make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, thank you
no.
for picking wisdom. Not that really helped. That's 12.
12.
Ooh.
That's just enough to pass.
Oh, thank God.
Its fear ray makes you feel, as it hits you, you feel a shiver of fear run down your spine, but it passes momentarily. Then, behind the gazer, a small metal door creaks open as a bandit runs out, hearing the sounds of combat. He stands just behind the gazer and raises a hand crossbow, firing it at Ava.
Oh no.
And that's going to be... What is your armor class, Ava?
15.
15. Okay. That is a hit. Just a hit.
Wait a sec.
Yep.
What's the armor class of leather armor?
It's...
11 plus dex.
Yeah, 11 plus dex.
11 plus 6.
And
Oh
he's
yeah,
rolled
my
a
dex
15.
is 4.
Yep. So, and he's rolled just a 15, and so you take 5 points of damage as he hits you with the hand crossbow.
Alright.
Then, because you failed, because your passive perception was not high enough, you guys did not notice the Kenku snake, who was hiding in the shadows, pressed up against one of the sewer walls. He suddenly runs up and attempts to make a sneak attack on Bulb.
Did
Oh,
you
no.
just say a Kenku... Oh, fuck.
Yes, a
Yeah,
Kenku
that's
snake.
bad.
Is this revenge?
You'll
This is
see.
bad.
And so Bulb, he attacks you, and he nat 20'd.
Oh,
Oh no!
Up, our healer's fucking already gone.
So this is going to be, let me see, this is going to be 2d6 of damage, and it's going to be doubled. So that is
Oh, Christ. Yeah, no, this is...
2d6. 8 doubled. He deals 16 points of damage, shanking
Holy
you through one of the ribs with a small dagger.
Yeah, I'm down.
Mate,
There's-
alright.
Wow.
Make a death save, please.
Why is this shit?
That's a fail.
Oh,
That's a first
Oh,
fail.
God.
And Bulb goes down as the Kenku shanks him between the ribs with a small dagger. Nathul, it is your turn.
Oh, well, I guess I should, take this turn to use lay on hands.
Oh, no,
oh.
Bulb,
Either
alright.
I do... yeah.
Would you
Yeah,
like to
Bulb.
spend all 5 of the hit points?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, so Bulb. Nathul turns around and he places his hands on your
That's from your
chest.
chest.
Healing energy surges through your body, and you climb to your feet with 5 HP. It is your turn, Bulb.
I got a 20.
Yeah.
Oh
Bobbit
yeah,
got higher
Bobbit's
than me.
turn, sorry. Bobbit, then Bulb.
I was going to say, Bobbit looks longingly at the gazer, then turns his attention immediately to the Kenku going, "You shouldn't hurt Bobbit's friend. I'm an Eldritch Blast."
Alright, go ahead.
That's a 17.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
My D10 at.
It was nice knowing you both.
Yeah, well, 4 more points and I'd be dead.
Jesus. That's a 6.
Boom! You fire an eldritch blast at the Kenku, knocking him off balance. He turns to you, opens his mouth as if to scream, but all you hear is the bubbling of water. It is Bulb's turn.
Can I cast Produce Flames, put it on my hand, and then make a melee attack?
You sure can. Well, you can produce flame, put it on your weapon, and then make a melee attack, yes.
Oh no, I thought we decided last session
that-
that we weren't
that's
allowed to do that,
'cause
and I just realised that what I asked.
That's because last session you wanted to put it on a spear and then throw a spear, which would have taken... Yeah, but I'll allow you to make a melee attack because the spell can be used as a melee attack in the description.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought that produce flame wasn't a
Yeah.
bonus.
No, produce flame is an action, but you can use it to attack
Yeah, you can use
in
it
the
to
same
attack.
session.
Yeah.
In the same action.
Yeah. Basically, how I allow you to use it is I allow you to either throw the flame or attach it to a melee weapon and melee attack.
Alright.
Okay, yes, I'm going to do that. I cast produce flame, attach it to the end of my staff that I'm carrying,
Which is now a flaming
And-
stick.
try to whack it on the head.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
And that is a 17.
That's a hit, roll for damage.
So that's 1d8 for fire,
Yep. Plus your normal staff attack.
and a d6. So that's 7 melee damage and 2 fire damage.
Ooh, nice. And you hit the Kenku sneak, donging him on the head with the end of your staff, and this blow dazes him. And then the flames begin to surge down his body, singeing his feathers. He squawks like a bird, and then topples over into the water where his dead body floats.
Revenge!
Take pleasure in this, I do not.
Okay, it's Mickey McGrood's turn. Mickey plays bardic, pulls out his lute and begins to play, granting some bardic inspiration to Sir Lucian. And now it is Ava's turn.
Alright, I am dual wielding.
Yes, you are dual wielding.
And I've never dual wielded before. How do I do this?
So what you do is you do a normal attack with your first weapon, and
Yeah.
then as a bonus attack, you attack with your second weapon, but you don't add any modifiers to the roll.
Oh yeah, that's why I've got the +4 and 1 and not on the other. Okay. Where am I? So I guess we're gonna go hit the baby.
Yep. All right.
Can I try to befriend the baby at all?
Well, yes, but
Is there anything I
not
can do? I don't think I can yet.
at the moment.
I would like to.
You have to stop it from attacking you.
Do with the others
Okay.
first, then we'll try.
Oh, you can always say that you want to do non-lethal damage.
Yes, you can always say you want to do non-lethal damage.
Okay. Because I'm sure that Bobbert would like a ball.
Yep. And so you'd like to attack the Gazer with non-lethal damage?
What does everyone else think?
I'm a paladin, so it must die.
Bulb says go for it.
And
Robert says go for it.
you reach a small stream of water where the bridge is broken, but you flap out your wings and fly over it with no issue. Roll to hit the Gazer, please.
Got 21.
21, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, so that's 1d6 plus 4. That's 5.
5, yep. 5 points
And
of
then-
damage. And now you may make your second attack.
Okay, so I have to roll for that one.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do, but this time you don't add your
Okay.
modifier.
That's 1d20. That one plus 6. Wait, do I add the attack bonus?
Yes, but you don't add your dex or strength modifiers.
So that's 24.
That's a hit again. Roll for damage again.
So that's just 1d6.
Correct.
And I got a 6.
6. Okay. You lash at the Gazer with your whip, wrapping the end of your whip around one of its eye
Hey,
stalks.
I got short swords.
Oh yeah, short swords, yes. Lashing forwards and bashing it with the flat of your blade, sending it flying into the stone wall. Its main eye closes and it falls to the ground unconscious. It's Sir Lucian's turn. Sir Lucian...
After that, can I hop up on that bridge?
The broken bridge. Oh, you could fly in the air if you like.
Yeah.
Above it, yep. And then you fly in the air above the stream of water. Sir Lucian takes a step forward, and he reaches for one of the throwing axes on his belt, and he hurls it at the bandit. And he hits the bandit, and then he applies applying Bardic Inspiration to the hit roll, and then he rolls damage. He deals 6 damage to the bandit, hitting the bandit in the side of his torso with the axe. The bandit groans in pain, pulls the axe out and tosses it into the water. And it is the bandit's turn. The bandit rushes up, bearing his short sword, and tries to slash at Ava with disadvantage. And
She has
Ava...
high ground.
Yep, Ava swoops out of the way as the bandit is unable to land a blow on her. Nathal, it is your turn.
And I give him a nasty ah!
By all that is holy, what is that thing? I must smite it! And I run over to him.
Yep. Okay, so you're going to need to get over this stream of
And monster.
The bandit's in front of the beholder.
You literally take damage from the bandit to get to where the beholder
Fine, we'll do it. Yo. And the stream stops.
Yeah,
is. And that's
sail
yeah.
crashed.
Oh, lovely.
Well, might as well roll to do whatever you're gonna do while you're waiting.
It'll be nice to wait for Dale.
Oh, well, we could... Yeah.
There we go. Stream's back, but I can't hear Dale.
Master Dale?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties. Please hold and we will return to your regularly scheduled programming post-haste.
Bobbit, take it away.
Hey, guacamole. Doesn't know the rest of the song. Papa's sitting here with all of his friends and his new friends. His friends he made yesterday, and his friends he made today. Bobbitt's having a good time.
Dale's new computer does not like him.
No.
Yeah, it's- Maybe, perhaps,
Stop it!
play.
Most down from the recording. Well, obviously, because he's not fucking in this chat. I'm an idiot. Okay, that makes sense. I just worked out why.
Dang old. Was
Oh.
working fine on Tuesday.
technical difficulties here with my microphone.
Oh,
Alright. Can we hear me now?
yeah.
Okay, geez, I don't know what happened. Discord went completely nuts. I signed in, I signed out, it would not detect my mic.
A new update became ready.
I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear
Really?
you. Really.
There we go. Alright, sorry. Okay, so it was Nathal's turn. What did you do on your turn, Nathal? I'm very sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No, that's fine. Everyone's telling me I should attack the bandit instead of doing my paladin
Well,
duties.
the mini beholder is one square behind the fucking bandit.
And
So to get to the beholder,
yeah,
you're going to pass the bandit.
And it's
And
unconscious
he's going to get
for
an
the
attack of
moment.
opportunity.
So attacking the bandit. That is 15.
Well, first I'd like you to make an acrobatics check to leap over.
Oh
the
yeah,
stream
for that,
forward.
yeah.
No, you're not coming up.
Acrobatics is 4 plus dex. 9, 11.
Lovely. You deftly leap over the small stream of water, and you swing your sword at the bandit, and a 15 is a hit, so roll for damage, please.
And what are you talking about, sword?
Oh, your axe.
Oh,
yes.
right,
I
he has
forgot
his,
you had that.
no, his father's axe.
Yes, his father's axe.
Let's not get it twisted.
5 plus 5, that's 10.
10. And you leap forward, swinging your axe, and deftly behead the unfortunate man.
Hiya!
And that is
Combat over?
the end of combat.
Bobbit is immediately making a beeline for that gazer on the ground.
I go smash it.
I instantly notice any shinies, or try to notice any shinies.
There. So first, I would like Bobbit and Narthel to do an opposed dex check in the chat, please.
Wouldn't Bobbin have to do acrobatics check first?
Yes. So
I can
we'll
do
do
that.
if Bobbit gets higher on his acrobatics check than your dex check, then he'll pass.
Can I give
22.
Bobbit advantage
I got 22, 19
on
plus 3.
acrobatics? Because I can help
22?
lift you over. Never mind.
Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, he got
So,
22.
yeah.
Alright, so Bobbit, you get to the gazer before Narthel smashes
I
it.
didn't even roll.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had to. You said you...
No, I was
go
waiting
ahead
for
and
him to
roll.
roll.
Go
I
ahead,
thought
go
we were doing
ahead.
this in the chat.
Ah, yes,
Okay,
go
but-
ahead and roll.
Do we do everything in the chat?
Yes, do everything
Do,
in the
do
chat.
you want me to do it in the chat?
Well, that's what he
yeah,
said.
do it in the chat, yes. And you may do it with
Fine
advantage
then.
with
Is that-
Ava helping to lift you across.
Alright.
Huh?
What did you do?
Oh, I
Did
forgot
you?
to put the space.
Oh.
Roll 1.
Okay.
Oh god, well that's...
18.
Yep. Nope, it's fucking dead.
Okay. Ava lifts you over the stream, and you rush towards the gazer, but Narthel gets there first, and he swings down with the flat of his blade, smashing the poor thing into the ground.
No evil shall live on my watch.
What was its alignment?
Lawful evil. It's bloodied and bruised body begins to bleed out on the sewer cobblestone. And with that, Narthel, satisfied, replaces his axe in its holster and begins to climb up the ladder into the level above. Ava, you wanted to search for shinies. You may make an investigate check.
Bobbit is kneeling over the gazer's corpse. Just a very, very empty look right now in the face.
I'll comfort the baby in a minute.
No. Do what you gotta do.
Chinese then, baby.
No. I'm guessing Narthel is no longer interested in the gazer, correct?
Yeah, he's gone up climbing the ladder.
Hey.
So he's already left?
He
Yeah.
will. Yep. So Ava, you find
Okay, fair enough.
from the Kenku Sneak and the Bandit 2 short swords and 2 hand crossbows. 2 light crossbows. Everyone, now that combat is over, replaces their weapons and begins to move on into the hideout. However, Bobbit remains behind,
I
just
was gonna say,
leaning
I was
over
gonna say-
the gazer. And Bobbit, I'd like you to make an insight check, please.
that is... Do I have anything for insight? No, that's a 17.
Although the gazer appears to be well and truly squished, as you look at it, you notice one of its eye stalks twitch, indicating that it is clinging to life.
Bobbit looks up to make sure that everyone else has moved on, sits there, starts patting it quickly on the head, and goes, "It's okay. Bobbit knows that you and Nana were just doing your jobs." And I cast Spare the Dying on it.
Ah, lovely. You cast Spare the Dying, and it ceases to bleed, though still looks quite battered.
Bobbit quickly reaches into his large coat and pulls out some rations, puts it in and goes, "Bobbit can't take you with him right now because Nana might take you away from me again, but if you don't die, you could come and find Bobbit later, maybe. Bobbit has to go now before anyone else notices that he hasn't caught up yet, so please don't die. Bobbit would like more friends." And Bobbit immediately runs up the ladder after making sure he's okay.
The gazer
Wholesome
should be
content.
okay.
Wholesome content.
As long as no one finds it. Some nice wholesome content. And then you climb the ladder and you push open the cover at the top, ascending into another level of the sewers. And so, you approach from the east of this area, moving through another stream of water. Sir Lucian grumbling as it splashes onto his clothing and armor. Beside him, you notice Mickey, seemingly impervious to the water, his armor still gleaming as if it was just freshly cleaned. You make your way down this stream.
Follow the shining.
Bobbit is just very sad and pouting at the moment and not looking at Nana.
The main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls, directly across from each other. Two passages continue on to the north and south. A stone door is set into the back of the wall of a stone ledge to the west. So, where would you like to go from here? You have a few options. You may head through this door here, or you may head down further south to see if you find anything there. Though you do notice that here and here, arrow slits have been carved out of the sewer walls.
I'm just gonna follow the.
Do you mean the trap?
Well, we don't know. It's a trap.
I mean, if it's arrow slits, we could check to see if it's a trap.
It could be a trap. It could merely be slits to allow people to fire through the wall.
Oh, Avery is suspicious.
Yeah. I'm just gonna follow whoever has dark vision.
Alright.
Oh, we've got a light.
No.
Don't we?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you've got
yeah.
the light.
Yeah, we have light.
Bobbit's hat.
We have Bobbit's hat.
Oh, wait, what?
You can see, because Bobbit's,
His hat is lit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
that's right.
fact-
You weren't here for that.
Yeah, Bolt
Yeah.
used lights on Bobbit's hat, so Bobbit's hat's actually glowing.
And took some damn damage from it as well.
Oh,
In
what?
fact,
I was not happy about it.
Alright,
As
I'm
you-
suspicious
as-
of these
as
arrow
you
slits being
approach-
out
as you approach this junction, I would like everyone to make stealth checks with disadvantage. As, Bobbit's hat is glowing quite brightly.
Yeah, that was a 2.
6.
2, 6.
Advantage. Come on.
My lowest was 11. What's stealth? My stealth is +4,
So
so
15.
15.
Alright,
I got
and Mickey and Lucian have also both failed.
Did anyone?
Am I the only one that passed?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And so, Ava,
Death Reaper.
you may attempt to
Fair enough, Reaper.
investigate these arrow slits, as you will have not have been noticed by whoever's on the other side. And so I would like you to make a perception check, please.
Yeah. What's my Perception.
No, Taylor. No.
About 11.
Again, it's Discord, not Optus.
Oh,
He sounds like
You
a Mega
came in and
driveway.
then you cut out.
Yeah, it's
You
Discord.
M1.
It's Discord doing it, not Optus. I don't know why it's doing it. It's just being really fucking shitty today. Okay. Yes, you may make a perception check, please.
I did, I got an 11.
You got an 11. Okay. You notice on the other side of these arrow slits, let me just check if you have... by the way, remember that as you're playing a Tasha's Ranger, you get to have expertise in one of your skills because of Canny at first level.
In one of my skills.
That you're proficient in. And you can also read, write, and also read, speak, and write 2 additional languages of your choice.
I need to go through things.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can I've done that as well.
And you also have Favoured Foe, which when we get into combat, I'll describe what you could do with Favoured Foe.
So that's obviously different to Favoured Enemy?
Yes. Favoured Enemy just gives you an advantage to track them. Favoured Foe lets you deal more damage. It's generally more useful.
Alright.
I can speak Kobold.
Yes.
I can speak Common, Aarakocra, or an Undercommon, and Coltian?
Yes.
Or
Coltian?
And, yeah, Cholton, yes. And you notice that behind the arrow slits, there are 2 Kenkus, keeping watch with their short bows drawn.
Okay, because I know they're there.
Yep.
Am I able to stab through the hole?
Yes, you can.
Like, get a surprise attack in?
Yes, would you like to stab Kenku 1 or Kenku 2?
Which one's the closest to Bobbit?
Kenku 2.
Okay, I want to stab Kenku 2.
Alright, I'd like you to roll to hit, please.
Is ruining their night vision something that we can do?
I
Is
don't
that a mechanic
think so.
that you will allow?
I don't
I don't
think
think
so,
so.
because they actually don't have dark vision. They're using lights to be able to. They only know that you're there because of your light.
I think I hit.
Yep, you did hit. Roll for damage, please.
Oh, what did you roll?
It's 22.
Oh. Well, you could ruin their vision by stabbing them in the eye.
Stab
Yeah.
right in the eye.
Ava, where are their torches in relation to them?
I don't know.
Well, just go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll see 7. Nice.
Is Dale still talking? I can't hear him.
Yeah, that's still talking.
Okay, it's just cut out on mine. Just give me a sec.
Yep. Roll damage. So you stab your short sword through the small slit, and you feel it pierce something hard. You deal 7 points of damage to the Kenku.
Okay, now I can actually hear you.
You don't deal enough damage to kill the Kenku.
I haven't rolled it yet. Oh, no, I
thought
did.
you rolled a 7, didn't you? To deal damage.
Yeah. Can I do a second attack?
Yes, you can. Would you like to attack? Would you like to roll to hit with your second blade?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Stab and then stab again.
Stab you.
18.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
6.
6. And you stab in with your second sword, and you hear the Kenku open its mouth, and it makes a sound that sounds like water running through a narrow tunnel, which then turns into a guttural death cry. You pull out your sword, and you hear the sound of the Kenku's body collapsing against the inside of the arrow slit. You have killed it. Now it is Kenku number 1's turn. Kenku number 1 fires an arrow through the slit, and he attempts to hit Bobbit, as Bobbit's hat is the source of the light.
Oh no!
And he rolls a 11 to hit.
Is that plus anything?
Nope, that's his full roll to hit, as his arrow sails uselessly past Bobbit's overgrown hat, embedding itself into the stone wall.
Hooray!
And now giving away his position to everybody.
Yep,
Yep.
and it is now Narful's turn. So just using the same initiative order as before.
Go get the evil thing, big boy.
Crack the knuckles. Yeah. Time to get to work. I don't suppose my axe will fit through the slit.
It won't, but you could attempt to stab a javelin in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got a javelin.
Either that or how thick are the walls?
Oh, you want to
Probably
reach through
too
it,
thick
don't
to
you?
cut through, but you could probably get behind him, because all you have to do...
He looks excited.
That is an amazing idea, Kitty.
What?
Reach through. Can my arm fit through?
Your arm can fit through. You want to bash him against the inside of the wall?
Oh god!
Just grab him and just keep ramming him into it.
I'm going to grab his face.
Alright?
Just grab him by the neck and just start banging his head up against the stone.
Narthul rushes forwards and sticks his hand into the arrow slit. Roll to hit, please, Narthul. This is an unarmed attack, so you don't have proficiency.
And now that running water sound is most likely the other Kenku wetting himself.
That is an 8.
That's an 18.
18.
You reach in, and you feel something hard and feathery, presumably the Kenku's neck, and then you pull it forwards, and you feel a loud cracking noise as you bash him on the inside of the slit, dealing 10 points of damage. You feel the Kenku go limp in your hands, and then you drop it. Its limp body slumping down.
Part of me's kind of sad. Part of me's almost kind of sad you killed him, because otherwise I was going to stick my hand through and just blast his head off.
Well, you can thank Kitty for that idea.
Oh, I loved it. That was great. Thank you, Kitty.
I have the best idea.
Bash his head here. Come here, bitch. Oh, God.
And now that the two Kenku have been dispatched, you are able to move safely further down the tunnel. And so you have two main options here. You can climb up and head through the door to the west, or you may head further south down the tunnel. Although you can't see anything of note to the south.
Can we see any yellow markings on the walls?
Yes, that's...
Make an investigate check, please.
Okay. I can try. No, that's a 10.
That's a 10. That's more than enough. You actually see a yellow mark on the wall, but it is coming from the south and appears to be pointing in your direction, as if it is directing people coming from the south up into the hideout proper.
Okay, so we'd need to go that way then, unless we want to check out that room to the south for anything.
Yeah,
cool.
How tall are the ceilings?
Okay, I believe we're taking a quick detour south to look for shiny.
Check through there.
Being a sewer, I want to say the ceiling's pretty large.
Yeah,
It
how
is.
tall is
Well,
how tall is the ceiling?
Okay, my
about
big ass and they
about
come
10 feet. Like, Narthel's head is just shy of grazing against the top of it.
So don't jump.
That's
Yeah.
not super tall.
Yeah.
tall for you.
Yeah, but I was thinking because I can fly fast
Oh, yeah.
that I could go scout.
You head
Right.
down to the south and
Yeah.
passive perception, please.
14.
Still 10.
Oh,
14.
everyone. Okay. What was mine?
Still
12.
12.
I think 14's as high as it gets.
Okay, Ava, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Okie dokie.
Oh, no.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Please be a good roll. Got a +4 in perception, so.
Ooh,
20!
nice.
20. As you move to the south, you see a portion of the wall to your right that appears to have a slight indent, and you examine it and determine that it's a secret door, allowing you to
Secret tunnel!
enter
Yeah.
into this room here.
Oh, no.
He came and
Robot Gale.
Yeah, it's doing it again.
There we go.
It's
No,
just
back to normal.
Just bear with it. It's going to do it every few minutes. I don't know why. I think it's because my wife is... Well, she's not using the internet, so... But yeah, Ava, you have located a hidden passageway that will lead from the tunnel into this room.
I can't see the roof. There we go.
Yeah, it keeps
It
blocking.
keeps
Like
zooming
natural.
out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I found a secret tunnel. Do we want to take the secret tunnel?
Yes.
We want to take the secret tunnel. I tell everyone. I'll examine it with my beak.
Yep. You tap it with your
Just
beak,
sort of rub it.
and
Tap, tap.
you tap it with your beak, and nothing happens. It does not appear to be trapped or have any sort of sensor.
I'll lick it.
With your bird beak? With your bird tongue?
And then I will tell the others there's a passage.
Oh, lick it.
I'll lick it. Let's lick everything.
I'm going to do my best to keep you alive.
At least.
Oh no, Dale's gone again.
Oh, no.
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine. I've gone into the Discord browser thing to hope that'll work better.
Ah, yeah.
Alright. Yep, so would you guys like to head through the passageway, or would you like to continue to check out that room you were gonna check out?
Could
Ooh,
Bob
yeah.
suggest
Oh,
that we
yeah.
check out the singular room before we go into...
Yeah.
Secret
Yeah.
tunnel?
Room, then
Yeah.
secret tunnel.
Yep, alright. So you continue to the south.
Oh,
And you-
actually,
Yep.
I'll mark on the wall where the tunnel is.
Yes, you do.
That makes sense.
and also, because I'm still learning pally stuff and whatnot, can I use, because you said I used 5 points of lay
Yeah,
on
that's it.
hands.
Your
Do
lay
I-
on hands is gone until you have a rest now.
Alright.
But you'll get it back when you have a short rest.
Okay.
You continue to the south, and to your left, you see a very narrow shaft cut into the sewer wall. It appears to lead somewhere, but it is very thin and will require some effort to crawl through.
Send in the child.
It wants to go in the hole.
Alright, Bobbit, you may make a dex check with advantage because you are small.
Glad you said that because I rolled a 2 first and then a 15.
Oh, Jesus.
Help,
All right.
I'm stuck.
Oh my.
Oh.
I don't think
no.
we were meant to see that.
Oh no.
No, it's-
Oh, we won't see any of this shit.
Okay, so
I
Bobbit.
wish we hadn't.
Does anyone follow Bobbit into this gap?
Well, I doubt I can fit.
Well, I'm probably small enough, maybe.
Yeah, you're probably the only other one who could fit in.
Yeah.
Alright, so would
Damn
you
me
like
not having wild shape yet?
to make a dex check with advantage?
Sure.
So let's see that being a small character is actually benefiting me this time.
So 11 plus 4.
That's fine.
Wait, yeah, plus
Yep.
4.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
you and Bobbit press into the passage and squeeze through. The others, well, there's probably no hope of Nathal ever fitting in here, but the others would be able to get in with some difficulty. But
Oh no,
This-
I'm in darkness now.
this very narrow passage appears to lead into the basement or cellar of some sort of house or business, leading up into the streets above. It's full of wooden barrels and crates and pieces of furniture. And as you emerge from the passageway, a very short, stunted humanoid figure calls out, "Oi! Who goes there?"
Sorry, mister. Bubba was just checking out this really cool tunnel. Bubba didn't know people were here.
The figure steps forwards, and as it steps out of the shadows with the light of Bobbit's hat, you can see that it is a very short, hunchbacked man, although his face is that of a rat's, and in his right hand he's brandishing a short sword. He says, "Now you've just stumbled into the hideout of the Shard Stunners. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't gut you right now."
How charismatic
I was
is
gonna
Bobbit?
say, Bobbit reaches into his cloak and pulls out one of the silver bars he definitely didn't steal from the last hideout we're in, going, "If Bobbit gives you this, will you promise not to gut Bobbit?"
Make a charisma check with advantage, please, Bobbit. A persuasion check.
Persuasion. No, I'm pretty sure I have that one. Yes, I do. Holy shit, that's a 24.
Jeez.
The
Bobbit
were-rat
is very he's very persuasive.
the steps forwards and he snatches the silver bar and he says, "Oi! It wouldn't
Wait, did
be..."
you say were-rat?
Yes.
I just handed a were-rat a silver bar. Would that fucking hurt?
Oh. Oh shit.
Yes. In fact, as you hand him the bar of silver, his hand opens and he drops it, stepping back. He brandishes his sword and he says, "Oi! What's the big idea, mate?"
Well, sorry, Bobbit didn't know you had an allergy. Is there
I'm gonna
something
have
else?
to face this child, aren't I?
Is there something else Bobbit can help with? Bobbit didn't mean to upset you. We can just leave the way we came and not tell anyone. Bobbit promises.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh, that's a 9.
He steps forward and he says, "Well, far be it for Roscoe Underbow to gut a small child. You can head back the way you came, and you can leave this little bit of death metal here. I'll get one of the gang's friends to pick it up later. And how's about you leave 10 gold coins on your way out as well for me trouble?"
Bobbit thinks for a second, goes, "Bobbit only has 5. Is that okay?"
He looks over at Ava.
Can you guys see like any hidden levers or something?
I could make a check, I guess.
Yeah, to see if there's a this passageway to be like if it opens up more. Or
Actually,
something.
while they're having this conversation, I would like to be looking at the room.
Okay, make an investigate check, please.
Oh, 6.
Oof.
Yeah, the cellar is not very brightly lit, and it doesn't appear to have much of note. In fact, if you were to hazard a guess, you'd say that you would guess that this cellar is not actually even part of the Xanathar Guild's hideout. It is instead a hideout for what is apparently a gang of were-rats.
I wish I had some cheese.
But the were-rat looks expectantly at you, Ava, and he says, "Your young friend's only got 5 gold pieces, so how about it cough up another 5, and I'll let you go back the way you came?"
Would there be
How
any...
about he takes his 5 and you keep the silver and leave?
So you're gonna try to intimidate him?
And we'll leave. We'll leave.
Oh, yeah, so you're going to try and intimidate him. Hello, M1.
I shouldn't. I've only got a +1 in.
Is there any possibility of me, like how stable are the walls?
Quite
pretty
stable.
cool.
Solid,
I'm
like...
pretty sure by the time you tried to bust
Yeah.
through here, he'd probably already attacked us.
I'll just give him the 5. It's fine.
You throw 5 gold on the floor and he nods. He puts away his sword, gestures towards the gap in his wall. He says, "And don't ever let the shard stunners see you at their hideout again." And then you squeeze...
Shady stunner. Bubba will leave. Bye. Nice meeting you.
And then you squeeze back through the narrow passage. And now, if you needed to find a quick route out of the sewers back up to surface level, you would not be able to use the shard stunner's hideout.
Unless we split their throats.
Unless you fight your way through. So where would you like to go now? And to catch you up, M1, we are in the sewers trying to find the Xanathar Guild's hideout, where we were told to go last week.
Oh, my cloak.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly how I roleplayed you going into the sewers.
Did I hear anything that went on?
You heard Bobbert and Ava's voices, but you couldn't quite make out what they were saying.
Also, Sabaton Lim, I think you're very far away. I can't really hear you very well.
I can hear him.
Oh, I can hear. It must be my...
Just turn his volume up a bit.
Okay,
Right.
sorry, you're on
Secret
10%.
tunnel?
Sorry, dude.
There we go.
Oh, dear.
So where would you guys like to head now? Through the secret passage?
Yeah.
Secret tunnel.
Alright.
Bubba only found weird rat person with allergies.
Yeah, they didn't take kindly to you stumbling into their hideout.
I
You
probably
move...
should mention the whole.
Do you and Ava impart that you did stumble into a gang's hideout?
I'll impart that, but I meant to say I probably shouldn't have tried to mention the whole wear silver bit. That probably screwed me over, but never mind.
Yeah.
Words of an honest child.
So you head back up to the secret door that Ava discovered, and it's going to require a bit of effort to break down, and so I would ask either Sir Lucian or Nathal to make an athletics check to move it out of the way.
Nathal will do it.
Nathal could do it then.
What did you say? Athletics or
Athletics,
Athletics.
please.
That is a 15.
15. You press up against the wall and grip onto the stone, and with a grunt, you pull, and with a stone scrape, the door slides to the left, allowing you to enter into the room beyond. You step through the newly revealed passageway, and in the middle of this otherwise empty room is a stone pillar carved with a small symbol, a perfect circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating from its circumference, identical to the markings on the walls outside. In the middle of this circle is a small circular indentation that bears a passing resemblance to a lidless eye. So that would be the circular pillar in the middle.
Huh. I would like to take a closer look at it, please.
Very well. The pillar
No
appears.
licking.
The pillar appears to be perfectly normal. It's made out of solid stone, and there doesn't appear to be any hidden mechanisms. The only thing of note being, of course, the Xanathar Guild symbol at the very top, and the small circular indentation in the middle, and it almost looks as if something is designed to be inserted here.
Could Bob start a detect magic ritual?
Yes, you can.
Sit down in the corner and while they're inspecting the room?
Yes, you can. While he is
Ava,
conducting the
look around.
ritual, what would everyone else like to do?
Look in the other rooms.
Look in the other rooms. Very well.
Ava is seeking shiny things.
Yep.
Okay,
So-
help Ava.
You examine both of these rooms, and these both appear to be sleeping quarters of some
Oh no,
kind.
Archie, no. Archie, no.
Bad, Archie. Straw pallets lie on the floor of both of these rooms, and rusty manacles are bolted to the walls. They appear to be sleeping quarters or makeshift bedrooms. There doesn't appear to be much of note, and they're quite threadbare, but just the same, if you'd like to examine them, I would ask two of you to please make investigate checks.
Who's good investigation?
I suppose Ava would want to do one.
I've got a +2.
I have a +2 as well.
Alright, so Bobbert and Ava it is.
Is no one in this group good at investigating?
Mickey McGrood is. The bard is, but...
Oh.
And...
I got
13.
21.
Oh, well,
shit.
21, lovely.
Oh, it just misses his silver bar.
Oh.
No, don't eat it.
No, I wasn't gonna eat the silver bar, you dork.
I
I thought about making him eat it, but then it's like, yeah, no, that's probably just gonna cause issues, and I don't want to fight a were-rat.
Yeah.
You have a cat.
I really was.
Okay, so in the northernmost sleeping quarters, you find something stowed underneath one of the straw mattresses, Ava, and it is a potion of healing.
Oh!
Yay!
The southern room appears to be almost entirely empty. However, Bobbert, as you're about to leave, you notice piled on top of one of the straw mattresses is a bundle of blankets, and as you're about to leave the room, you swear you see it move.
Bubba would like to look at the blankets.
I love how quiet you go there.
Do you just want to walk up? Do you just want to walk up and lift them off?
Okay, buddy.
Bubba's
You want to
gonna
look at blankets?
stop
I have a
using
winter
it.
blanket.
I was gonna say, Bubba's just gonna use his staff to choke at it.
You poke the bundle of blankets. It jiggles, and then you hear a female voice say, "Ouch!"
Oh,
Oh.
oh my.
Oh.
The female voice says, "You don't sound like Xanathar Guild members. Mind giving me some help?"
Okay.
I help.
So it lists up the
Ava
blankets.
comes over, and Ava and Bobbert lift up the blankets as Nathal and Sir Lucian watch. And underneath the bundle of blankets, you find what appears to be a female half-elf. Her skin giving off a vague blue glow, and what appear to be what look like scales adorning her left cheek. She has been tied to the bed with a thick rope.
Okay, I am going to try to bite through it, maybe.
I was gonna say, I do have a dagger.
You can just cut the
Oh.
rope.
I just wanted to use my feet.
Okay, fine. You use the pistol, I'll talk to her. Hi there, lady. What are you doing down here?
She says, "Well, I was looking for someone, and I ventured a bit too far on my own, and now I'm being held here until such time as they decide what they're going to do with me."
Aw, Robert looks for stuff all the time. But maybe we could help you find your person.
She says, "Well, cut me free and I'll gladly join your search."
My friend, what's your name? Bobbert is Bobbert.
You cut her free. She stands up, brushes some dust off the leather armor she's wearing, and then reaches down underneath the mattress and withdraws a short sword. She puts it in a holster, and then brushes some light red hair out of her face, and she says, "Veska, nice to meet you, Bobbit. And who would I have the pleasure of being rescued by?"
These are my friends.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead and introduce yourself, because otherwise I'm just going to...
I'm Ava.
Oh my lord.
I'm sorry, that was the word.
It's gonna get amazing.
I love it.
Alright, so me and Lucian still
You're there. You're in the room. And
okay,
in fact,
yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Because I was stopping Archie from copping up a hairball on the
and in fact, Nathal, you notice as you get a look at this half-elf woman's face in the light of Bobbit's hat, that the left side of her face, from the side of her chin up to the top of her cheek, just below her eye, seem to be covered in reptilian scales that are the same colour as her skin. Vaguely similar to yours, in fact.
Oh, pardon me, sorry.
She's your older sister.
There you go. Yeah.
That'd be too easy.
Oh, hey lady, my name's Nathal and I'm with the city garden. Gee, your scales that just look like mine.
She looks at your face and then she touches her own. Her lips curl and then she simply says, yes, that's most interesting.
Could ask her who her dad is. Gee, I wonder.
Yeah. Or you hear in background echoing through the lanterns and I'm going,
Yeah. Bo just looks and goes, you have a very pretty blue glow. Why do you glow like that?
She says, well, I'm half moon elf. And yes, you cut her off. You cut her off immediately and go, moon.
You come from the moon. What's it like up there?
Elf?
She says, my other half, well, that's something that we'll get into later, and it ties into the reason why I'm here in this city. Anyway, she says, well, we'd best not... I don't think we have the time to flap our jaws here, considering where exactly we are, so she gestures towards the door. If you'd like to lead on, and I shall follow.
onwards.
Onwards, yeah.
Oh, it's
You're
pretty
joining
good,
us
lady.
for an adventure.
As you exit back out into the central room,
Going on an adventure.
As you exit back out into the central room, Mickey notices a component pouch on Veska's belt, and he says, "Ah, a fellow caster." She says, "Yes, I dabble. It's come in handy several times."
Ooh, you're a wizard too?
She says, "Yes, you could say that." Bulb, you have cast your detect magic ritual in this time, and you determine that there is magic emanating, not specifically from this pillar, but from the emblem at the top and the indentation. Indeed, there appears to be conjuration magic emanating from this thing.
I let everybody know what I've found.
That said, you
I
still have
don't
no idea
understand it.
what is designed to be placed into the receptacle.
Heresy.
Do we have a key? No.
Nothing that would fit. Whatever would...
My
You
pink
do have
crystal
the...
doorknob. My pink crystal doorknob.
You could try, but as you attempt to insert your pink crystal doorknob, it appears to be far too big. The indentation has the rough shape and dimensions of a human eyeball.
Don't look at me like that. I'm the same
While Nathal is trying to use that doorknob, Ava takes a very keen interest in it because it's shiny.
Yeah, because it's shiny.
What would
Is it
happen if
pink your
one
head?
And I
took a look into the hole?
Are you game enough to do that, Bobbit?
Before you do that, is a Kenku head roughly the same size as a human head?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can Bulb try and get the Kenku and shove its eye in the hole?
You can. Bulb, you head over
Maybe
into...
take the one that Narthal smashed.
Yeah.
The other one
Everyone allows it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, Bulb,
Either
you head...
do it or Bulb does it.
You head up into the adjacent room, which is behind the arrow slit. This room is completely bare, save for a small wooden table and a candle, which would allow the Kenku to see through the slit. And you see the Kenku lying slumped up against the back of the arrow slit. You grab it and drag it back out into the central room and place
In
it...
the background, I'm fighting with Narthal over this sword.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab it out of his hand. And you...
I've got it in my beak.
You place the Kenku up against the indentation, and although the eye seems to be a perfect fit for the hole, nothing happens.
Oh.
Okay, Bobbit, now you can try your eye.
Okay. Bobbit looks into the eye hole.
I prepare a cure wounds.
Bobbit looks into the eye hole, and nothing happens.
Aww.
Okay.
He doesn't see anything?
Mickey McGrood takes a step back and he rubs his hands together and he says, well, it appears there is some sort of magical mechanism at play here. Seeing as how you have young Veska here, and she seems to have the casting well in hand, do you mind if I stay behind and examine this while the rest of you venture deeper into the dungeon?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, just to check for a second.
Yep.
So is the column got a magical lever or something like that?
It appears to be just a column with a slot at the top to insert something into that is roughly eye-shaped. But you've tried Kenku's eye, Bobbert's tried his own. So far it appears you have nothing that will fit into it. The bard is going to examine it and attempt to figure out what fits in there, but at the moment you have no way of knowing.
Would it be possible to use merge with stone to fit the imprint exactly as it fits?
That's a good idea. Would you like to do that?
I would like to do that. If it's all agreed to everyone, can I possibly do that?
Yeah.
So Lucius steps forwards and he places his hand on the stone column. And his body physically steps into the stone column. And then he presses his eye up into the indentation from the underside of it, merging perfectly with the shape and size of the column and the indentation. But, again, nothing happens.
Long
I
rest
guess
later.
we're gonna go search the northern end of this sewer, I guess.
Yes, that is correct. And as you step out of the column, Mickey McGroove says, No, I suspect it's going to be something... Well, just let me take a look at it, and I'm sure I'll figure it out. Would you like to proceed onwards?
Okay, have fun with the door, Mr. Fun Guy.
You move on into the next room. And here, in this room, you find threadbare curtains hang on the east wall of a long hallway, in the middle of which stands a muscular half-orc in dingy robes, with his foot on the chest of a male human with wavy blonde hair, who looks remarkably similar to Rainier Neverember, the man you rescued last night. Fire burns around the orc's clenched fist, and his victim cries and squirms helplessly beneath him. Seated on a raised platform to the south is a nightmarish figure wearing black robes. It has large white eyes and rubbery purple skin with 4 tentacles encircling its inhuman mouth.
Oh great, it's a mind flayer.
What the
It-
hell?
Back out of the room.
It cradles and gently It cradles and gently caresses what looks like a disembodied brain with feet. Upon seeing you enter, the Mind Flayer rises from the stone chair, sets its pet down on the floor, and then glides across the room, exiting through a stairwell to the north. Just before it leaves, it turns around and silently barks an order at the half-orc, its tentacles flapping.
What does it say?
Wait, what's it speaking? Wait, what's it speaking?
It appears to be speaking Undercommon.
I think that.
Hey!
Damn it.
Okay, Ava, you understand what it's saying. As it descends through the stairwell in the north, it barks an order to the half-orc, that order being, kill the interlopers, and then dispose of the prisoner. He is not the right one. I shall inform the Xanathar of what has transpired here. And then then the Mind Flayer disappears into the darkness.
Tell them to get ready.
Are we still doing the same initiation order?
We're gonna roll for initiative now. I'm just gonna bring up the combat. Okay.
Yeah, I relay what I heard.
And that is an 18 for moi.
18 for Nathal.
It's an 8 for Bobbit.
8 for Bobbit.
5 for Bob.
Okay, so
22.
fun. Okay, so Ava, Nathal,
Just a minute.
Ava, and what did you get? M1 for yours, for your initiative? So we are rolling for initiative.
No.
M1.
Oui.
Roll for initiative,
Unmute
please.
the mic, buddy.
Oh, yeah, unmute your mic and roll for initiative. I'll roll for
That's been
initiative.
the most disorganized episode.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I apologize.
Not blaming you, Dale.
Yeah,
Not blaming
I
you.
will roll initiative for him.
But I've got to say, it's the most entertaining one.
Yeah. It is.
At least it's disorganized in a good way.
Yeah.
At least it's happening.
No,
Alright, so that's 11
Nothing's
for
coming up any-
Sir Lucian. Okay, here comes the music. Alright, Ava, you are up first.
Alright, I will screech.
That's
And,
everything you'll do, you just screech.
and then I will fly straight towards the dickhead and slash him with my sword.
Alright, you're going to... So, the Intellect Devourer or the Half-Orc?
The half-orc.
Yep.
Oh, you probably... the Deval will probably get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, really?
It will, but it will
Sorry,
be with...
what was
It will be... It will be with disadvantage because you're flying above it. Are you willing to let it attack you with disadvantage?
I mean, that's right, because the Deval is only tiny.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, so it's going... The Intellect Devourer leaps up in the air, swinging at you with its front paws while its brain begins to glow vibrant colours, attempting to hit you as you go past. And let me see... It's going to attack with disadvantage. It gets +4 to hit. So it's going to be... on its first hit... 12, and on its second hit, 6. It fails to hit you as you fly past it and perch on the stone floor next to the half-orc. Okay, so now you're in combat. I'll explain how your other Tasha's class feature works. So this one replaces your favoured enemy, and what it does, favoured foe, is when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bond with nature to mark the target as your favoured enemy for 1 minute, or until you lose concentration. And so...
1 minute.
Yep. And so each time you hit your favoured enemy, you increase your damage by 1d4.
Sweet. Alright, yeah, I'll do that.
And you can mark your favoured enemy a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
So you can use it up to 2 times before you have a long rest. So,
Okay, I'll use what
yep, so you'd like to mark this half-orc as your favoured foe?
Yeah.
Alright, roll to hit him.
Where's my 25.
25, that's a hit. Roll for damage, and you get an extra 1d4 because he is your favoured enemy.
So 1d6 plus 4.
Yep.
And then 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then and then I roll for my second attack if he's still alive.
He is still alive. He is still alive,
Right.
but you may go for your second attack.
18.
18, that's a hit. Roll for damage, and once again... Oh, wait, your favoured foe only happens once per round, so this is just a normal damage.
Alright, so that was 4.
That was 4. You slash at him with both your swords, knocking him to the ground, and he seems to be down. But, being a half-orc, he uses his relentless endurance and restores to 1 HP, climbing back to his feet.
Alright, I want to disengage
Yep,
and then just fly up above.
yep, you disengage and you fly up in the air. Okay, it's the enemy's turn. First, one of the doors flanking the hallway bursts open, and a Kenku runs out. It rushes towards Sir Lucian, swinging with its short sword. And Sir Lucian, it hits you, dealing... It hits Sir Lucian, dealing... let us see... 4 points of damage to you.
Beautiful.
Then, the Intellect Devourer rushes forwards towards Nathal. And it makes an attack.
Can you squish it with your foot?
Yep.
It makes one attack with its claws. Gets +4 to hit, so let us see. So that's going to be a... You easily deflect it with the flat of your blade. Then it uses its its Devour Intellect attack. It targets one creature it can see within 10 feet of it that has a brain. And, being that Bobbit has the glowing hat, Bobbit, you must make an intelligence save, please.
Oh, great. Get anything to intelligence? Oh, yes, I do. Wait, you say intelligence?
Intelligence save, please.
13.
13, and you fail. Its brain begins to glow and pulsate, and then a ray of light shoots forth from it, hitting Bobbit for 7 points of damage.
Ow, no, ow, shit.
Then, the half-orc, wearing the tattered wizard robes, brandishes his arm, and he shoots a... Let us see, actually, because he does have spells. Ooh.
Huh.
He turns towards the rest of you, ignoring Ava, and fires a burning hands at the rest of the party. I would like everyone except Ava to please make a dex save.
Wait,
Do the enemies have to make a dex save as well?
Yes, so does the intellect. Yep, so do the Kenku and the Intellect Devourer.
What'd you say we had to roll?
Dex save, please.
If you don't have proficiency in your saving throws, it's just your flat dice.
Just
roll,
just the D20 plus your mod,
Oh, plus the mod. Okay,
plus your Dex
yeah.
mod.
That's a 15.
15, 19.
11 for Bulb.
Okay, let us see. So Bulb may have failed. Okay, so Bulb has... Wait, what is his... Oh, his spellcasting DC is 10. So Bulb passed. The Kenku passed. So did the Intelligence. You all passed. So that is going to be... 6 points of fire damage for all of you.
Bulb goes down.
Bulb goes down. Alright, Bulb and Bobbit make death saves, please.
Oh dear.
That's a
18.
fail.
That's a fail. Okay.
My whole bud.
I can't math at the moment. Why not? 9 minus 6. I can't math.
3.
It is... Yes, 6. It is now Veska the half-elf's turn. She steps forward and fires a ray of frost at the half-orc. And...
What did you roll?
He passed. She fires a ray of frost at the half-orc, and she hits him, blasting him with a ray of frost, knocking him off his feet. His head shatters against the stone wall, and he goes down, dead. Okay, it is now Narthal's turn.
So much evil in this place. I smite thee, little brain creature.
Alright, roll to hit the Intellect Devourer.
That is a 13.
13, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's gone well.
7 plus 12.
12, a nice hit. You slash at it, smashing your axe into the side of its tiny body. Okay, it is Bulb's turn. Make a death save.
That's another fail.
Ooh. Okay, it is Sir Lucian's turn.
I'm currently engaged with the orc, aren't I?
You're fighting the Kenku. The Kenku. Although you can hit the you can attempt to hit the Intellect Devourer if you like.
Oh, you know what? Whatever I'm currently engaged with.
Alright, roll to hit with your longsword.
Alright. 8 dice. Oh shit, let me make sure I'm in the right chat. Okay, right.
Yep, Milo's lucky dice, please.
13.
13, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
I think it's D8 plus 4.
Yep, D8 plus 4 it is.
Shit, sorry. Oh, okay, that was... Okay. 6.
6! You stab out with your longsword, piercing the Kenku's skin, stabbing it underneath the ribs. It opens its beak and silently shrieks in pain. Okay, it's Bobbit's turn. Bobbit, make a death save.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh,
Fuck
pass.
you.
Okay.
Wait, don't I get 2 for crit?
Oh yeah, you do.
Don't I?
Yeah. Two
So I'm back
step. Yeah, you're back up. Bobbit,
Okay,
you are
do
up
I-
on your
do I
feet
get to do-
with
do
1
I get to do
HP.
anything this turn?
Yes,
Do I get to
you
do
are.
anything on this turn?
Yes, you can, and you have 1 HP.
I'm immediately taking my staff and poking Bulb with it to cast Spare the Dying.
Ah, good
Oh.
choice.
Just literally,
I'm
just
at
over
0, but I'm
going,
not
please,
dead."
please don't die, George, and just start poking him.
Okay, Ava's turn.
Me?
Yes,
Is the Kenku's dead, yeah?
the Kenku
No.
is still alive. He took about
Okay,
half
I'm
its
gonna
health.
fly out. I'm gonna fly out behind it and stab it.
Yep. Okay, so it is now flanked, so you attack with advantage.
So 11 plus 6.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
I nearly did 1d20 then. 1d6 plus 4. 7.
7.
Is it still alive?
You stab forwards with a short sword, burying the hilt of your blade in the base of its neck, and it goes down. Would you like
Alright,
to make
can
Would you like to make your second attack on the Intellect Devourer?
Yep.
All right, go ahead. Roll to hit.
One. $12.
12. That is a hit. Roll for damage.
1d6. 2.
2. You slash at it. It trips over your blade, but then waggles its little feet and flips over, righting itself. It is the Intellect Devourer's turn. It makes one claw attack against you, Ava. And it misses as you deftly swoop out of the way. Then it makes a Devour Intellect attack on Nathal. Nathal, please make an intelligence save.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, this will probably be. Yeah, that's an 11.
Nathal, you take 13 points of psychic
I'm
damage
down.
as it
Oh,
blasts
no.
you with a ray of force from its
come
bulging
on.
brain.
I'm
Okay,
down.
Nathal, make a death save, please.
This thing is messing us up.
I got an 18.
18.
First half.
Okay, it is Veska's turn. She is going to cast Magic Missile at the Intellect Devourer. She steps forwards, brandishing both her hands, and looses 2 magic missiles. She hits it for 9 points of damage. It falls to the ground and then struggles, barely able to move. Definitely nearly dead. Bulb, make a death save.
Wait, Bulb's
Do you know
up.
I'm stabilized?
Oh yes, you're stable. Oh, you're
Am
stabilized.
I
Okay.
on 1 health or am I on 0?
No, 0. You're on
One.
0.
You're-
Zero,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought it was on 1.
But he's
Yeah, no, no,
stabilized.
I only
so
got
now,
stabilized.
yeah,
Yeah, it just says you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes
Oh, yeah.
stable.
yeah, but he's still
Okay.
unconscious. He's still unconscious, so he
Yeah.
can't act.
Yeah.
Okay, Sir Lucian, your turn.
Please
Alright,
stab this
I'm gonna
thing.
make another
Stab this
attack.
thing good and end this.
Yep,
Yes.
make an attack against the Intellect Devourer. Go ahead. Roll to hit
Yes,
with your
please.
longsword.
Who shall take my sword of longing?
Oh,
Nat
nice.
20.
Oh,
Damn it.
nat
Oh.
20.
Damn.
Yeah, we don't even need
Yeah, I
to
think
roll
it's
for
good.
damage. You step forwards and you pirouette around, bringing your longsword down with a swipe and cleaving the big brain in 2. Combat is over.
Bobby
I
just
think he
immediately
went to say
slumps on the
short.
floor.
And then he said
It
long,
looks at
and
the
it came out
enemy
schlong sword.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
Dale,
Bobby just
Yes?
immediately face plants.
what was the damage type that half orc used?
Fire? For his...
Fire.
Yes, fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's chill hands that's necrotic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
used
okay,
flaming, burning hands, he used.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the spell I used in the last session.
Okay,
No, no,
combat
no.
is over, and that was actually
Yeah,
the boss
Bobby
of the
just-
dungeon,
yeah,
so... The other enemies in
Oh
the
my
dungeon...
God.
The other enemies in the dungeon are much weaker. It's just you guys took the back way into the dungeon and got to the boss first.
You're welcome.
So,
Right. Bobbit just immediately just face plants and is just lying face down, just quietly crying.
would-
Best you can, cry.
yeah, does
I am
someone-
conscious.
Yeah.
does someone
Oh,
actually want to
I'm going to the
stabilize,
I'm gonna give Narcle a healing potion.
Bulb is stabilized. Oh yeah, no, I'll immediately go over. Actually, I go over to Narthal. Remember what happened earlier on with the thing, and instead of poking him, I actually whack him over the head with the staff to spare the
spare him
time.
dying.
Kitty, if you use the healing potion on me, I can actually use for wounds on Bobbit
Okay, I'll
and Narful.
You can also
Alright,
take a
I'll
short
give-
rest after this.
Oh, that would also be lovely.
Yeah.
That would also.
Either way, am I stabilized or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
stabilized.
You're stabilized.
After everyone is stabilized and nursing their wounds, you head over to the bundle on the ground that was the man that the half-orc was torturing. He looks up at you, and fear written on his face, he stammers, Did Volo send you to rescue me?
Are you Volo's friend?
He says, I am Floon Bagmar.
Yeah, we found Volo's friend. Bobbit
He
takes
says-
a nap now.
He says, these people mistook me for my friend, Rainier Neverember, as we look very much alike. And They wanted me to tell them the location of the Stone of Galore, but they wouldn't believe that I know nothing of this, and, well, that creature, whatever it was, said that it was going to make me its thrall if I didn't divulge the information within the next 10 minutes. He looks up at you, and he crawls forwards and wraps himself around Nathal's leg. And he says, Oh, Watchman, I am eternally grateful for you for saving me.
Isn't he still he's still unconscious.
No, he's been stabilized. He's back on 1 HP.
Oh,
That's over.
Okay,
At the end of combat, anyone who's stabilized is at 1 HP.
Okay. Alright, my fault. Didn't mean to interrupt. Carry on.
Yep. He wraps his arm around Nathal's leg and he says, Oh, Sir Watchman, I'm eternally grateful. And then he lets go and he steps up and he says, And you, Sir Lucian, I recognize your handsome face. Oh, I am so honored to have you come to my rescue. And he embraces Sir Lucian in a big hug.
Can I sort of put my hand on his face to push him away a bit?
Yes.
Social distance.
Yes, this is not becoming. You push him away and he gushes, and then he leaps forwards and throws himself around Bulb, hugging him and saying, Oh, I thank you all!
Bulb just doesn't know what's happening. He's still a bit dizzy from, being unconscious for a bit.
Case of deadness.
Yeah.
Eventually, he extracts himself.
I was going to say, Bobbit just sort of gets in on the group hug, though.
Yeah,
while
Bobbit
he's
hugs him.
Doesn't really know what's going on, but just gets in on the hug because he's tired and hurt.
Floon ruffles Bobbit's hair, and he says,
sorry, Dale.
Yep.
I've got to go pick up Victoria.
That's okay. You'll be back. You'll be back in a sec anyway, and everyone may take a short rest.
Well, in the meantime, while I'm gone, I just want to keep questioning about the dragon scales.
Yes.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Sure. Floon eventually extracts himself from all the hugging, and he leans against one of the walls, and he says, Well, we're safe for the moment, but we still have to find a way back up to the surface, and you came through the door to the east there, which means the rest of this hideout is still entirely populated. He says, I suggest we rest up and then press on through.
And a short rest, is it a hit dice plus your constitution modifier?
Yep, it's a hit dice plus your constitution modifier.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. So I'm back at 7.
Oh god. I only rolled a 2.
You only rolled a 2. Plus, what about your
I
con?
rolled 2 plus 3, so 5, so I'm at 6.
You're at 6, but you get your spell
And then
slot
just figure
back
that out.
if you used
I
it.
never used my spell. I didn't get a chance to use mine.
Yeah. I didn't
Surprised my
So,
parents didn't give that little thing.
So, Sir Lucian, how would you like to heal during the short rest? You may spend your hit dice and roll it to heal, or you may use your second wind, which is your fighter feature. And if you look on your character sheet, it will tell you how much you heal, and you get that back every short rest, so you get a free rest. If you use your second wind now, you will regain 1d10 plus 1 HP, and then from the short rest, you will get the second wind back, so you can actually heal without spending your hit dice.
Good
I
plan.
might just do that.
So go ahead and roll a d10, please.
Oh, also everyone, remember we have inspiration, because I
Yes.
just remembered that.
You do have inspiration dice.
Oh. I would like to use my maybe.
Alright,
Oh,
I'm
that's
back at
that's
4.
an 8. So.
Yep.
And
Okay. I used my...
Narfall is at 8.
Why is it not rolling his... Ah, there we go. So 5 HP there. So Sir Lucian's back on near full health, I believe.
I was gonna say, I used my inspiration to
To recover more health.
Yes.
Yep.
So
So-
do I just add Do I just roll a d6
Uh,
and add that to...
The inspiration dice is you
Format, or just
entirely
re-roll?
re-roll it, yes.
Okay, well in that case, either way, I rolled a 5, so that becomes 8, so I'm back to 9 out of 11.
9, lovely. And you get your spell slot back. And so
Okay,
you...
so
Yep.
what is everyone's health at the moment?
9 out of 11.
Liam is at 8
Out of...
out of 13.
13, but will spend his hit dice, and will spend his hit
I already
dice.
spent
No.
it.
Oh,
because
okay,
he's
yeah.
on zero.
Alright.
So he might be worth healing, considering he's a frontliner and it's 5 HP down.
Yep.
Is anyone else? What was M1 on, sorry?
He's at full now.
Full health.
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so, and Bobbit is on 9 out of 11, was it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 9.
Okay, I might repay the debt and cast a Cure Wounds on Nah Full.
Yep, and heal him up. Good idea.
Yes, so that's... let me get the card up. Is 1d8 plus my spell casting. So basically, he's at full health.
Yep, he's at full health. Good.
So Nathal is at full health? you said?
Nathal is at
Actually,
full
hold on, let me
health.
actually roll that, because my
Excellent.
thing is actually only +3. I thought it was +4. Yeah, he's
Yep.
at full health. So
Yeah.
he was either going to be at full or 1 less.
Yep, and Veska, aka Moon, is also at full health. She took no damage. And... so you'd spend about 20 minutes eating some rations, healing your wounds, and deciding how you're going to get out of this hideout. The leader of this particular group of Xanathar gang members, the half-orc, appears to have been taken down, but there is the other half of the hideout, and, well, you know one way out. There was the cellar that leads up to the surface, but that cellar is owned by the Shard Stunner gang, and you pissed them off, and that avenue is probably not open to you.
Unless we kill them all.
No, they're a gang. M1,
They do not care. If anything, they'll probably just get more excited and try to rob you straight up.
Yeah. And so...
we could basically go back the way we came, all the way back out to where we started from, attempt to fight our way through the cellar, or fight our way back through the dungeon where we came from.
yes.
Did we find anything in the room that could help us open that pillar thing?
I would like Bobbit and Ava to please make investigation checks.
That's a nat 20. Where was that before? Well, yeah, just...
And I got 19.
19. You search the immediate room. The 2 rooms to the east, behind the curtains, these 2, appear to be yet more sleeping chambers, with more straw mats on the floor and manacles chained to the walls. But behind the stone chair, where the Mind Flayer was hovering, you see a small wooden chest, just out of view because it was shoved behind and underneath the stone chair. You pull it out and notice a small metal lock on the front.
Ah, damn it, that's what I should have tried looking for thieves' tools while I was in that market. Never mind, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Just walks out the room.
Yeah, get
starts
fun,
bugging,
guys.
Yeah, bugging Mickey going, can I borrow your things?
You see him poring over the pillar, but he doesn't look as if he's examining the pillar. Instead, he's just leaning against it, strumming his guitar and singing under his breath, as if he's in the midst of composing a song. And as soon as you appear, he smiles at you, reaches into his pack and throws the thieves' tools at you, and then gets back, immediately resumes playing his lute and composing the song.
After these guys do the chest, can Bulb search the orc's body?
Yes, you may.
As well. Alright, I guess I'll go for thieves' tool on the lock.
Yep, go ahead. Make a Thieves' Tools check.
And that's with proficiency bonus as well, isn't it?
Yep.
That's 18.
18. Okay. You jiggle around the Thieves' Tools, and after a short click, the lock breaks open. The chest creaks as you open it up, and inside you find 2 potions of healing, as well as a small leather pouch that contains 32 gold pieces.
Oh,
Shiny!
I was gonna say, how are we dividing that up?
Well, let's see. There's, say, Fun Guy doesn't get any because wasn't part of the combat. So 32 divided by 5. So you each get 6 gold, and one of you gets 7. So say Bobbit gets 7 because he opened it, and the rest of you get 6.
No, Bobbit actually looks at Ava and counts out 5 of the coins and hands it over to Ava.
No, keep it.
No, Bobbit actually had enough money. He was trying to trick the silly rat person. So Bobbit feels bad about you having to give money so he could leave. So you can have this back.
Aww.
I know, King. I was attempting to go for like a deception check. I literally was trying to bullshit that.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
I only had 5. It did not work. You didn't even let me roll for it, you turd. So yeah, no.
You didn't tell me you wanted to do a deception check. I thought that you literally had no money left.
Okay, well that's my bad. I'm clearly not good at this bullshit stuff. I'll ask M1 for pointers and we'll come back.
Yeah,
so I'll
but
take 2 coins, and Ava can have 11.
11? Lovely. And what about the 2 potions of healing?
I'll give one to Nathal.
Yeah.
Yeah, give one to Nathal. And who gets to keep the other one?
Who wants the other one?
Well, considering Ava keeps running into combat, I reckon give one to Ava.
Might be a good idea, yes.
Wait, does Ava already have one?
I already have one, yeah.
Oh, she found one, that's right.
Can I hold on to this one?
Oh, man, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, if no one else...
Okay, I'll hold this one.
Okay.
I'll hold this one.
Now, Ava, with your passive perception of 14, I would like you to roll a perception check, please.
Yeah, just a sec. I'm just adding, why am I echoing?
You're not echoing to me.
You are from the future.
Somebody definitely is.
Yeah, you're not echoing to me.
Just a sec.
Oh, no, you're not echoing now.
Okay.
Okay, yep, we're good.
What was I doing? I was adding that healing potion to...
Yes, to Nathal's.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay.
Healing... Okay, and now I'm making a... What kind of check again?
Perception check, please.
It's a 10.
That's a 10. And unfortunately, you do not notice the secret passage here.
Aw. God damn it.
Anyone else roll for it?
Anyone.
Well, it requires a passive perception of 14 to have the chance to roll for it.
Going.
So you're going to have to find a way to actually know that it's there. Which means you appear to have no choice but to explore the other half of the dungeon.
Oh.
What about a perception of 16?
Wait.
What's your passive perception?
We use a wisdom, don't we?
Yeah, let me check.
Yeah.
So, Sir Lucian, your passive perception is
mine's
13.
16.
Yeah, actually, you can roll for it. Go ahead.
Wait, didn't you just say it had to be 14?
Oh, wait, no, yeah, 14, yeah, sorry. I'll allow a 13, though. Because it's only one under.
Oh, it's going to be natural. Oh, okay. In that case,
Oh, no, it's not. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, no. It's okay. He could not find it.
What's happening?
Yeah. We were seeing if Lucian could roll for it, but he can't. So he cannot, unfortunately.
Okay, so no. So we have to go through the remainder of it.
He's just walking over the person, staring at them.
Well, never mind. Fair enough.
Right.
I rolled
If
a 5.
Ava was
That's
flapping
anyway.
around, would some
Yep.
stuff go in the hole?
none of the stuff that you found here would fit in the hole, and
No,
Bulb.
I mean the dust.
Oh yeah.
If I was fluffing.
And Bulb, on the half-orc's body, you find his spell book, which appears to be of no use to you as you're not a wizard, and a pouch containing 20 gold pieces.
Right. Okay. Bulb takes 5 and gives 5 to the rest of the people, I guess.
Hey.
Alright.
I'll take that. So what do we do with the spell book? Do we just give that?
Well, I'll keep the spell book and I might sell it or give it to...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Is Moon Moon a wizard?
She's not a wizard, she's a spellcaster, sidekick, so no, she cannot...
Wobbin hold on to it?
Yeah, a wizard, there would potentially be wizards interested in buying it just so they can get more spells.
Bulb will hold on to it for now.
Sure.
As I said, there's not much I could do with it being a warlock, is there?
And Bulb is suspicious of you at the moment because of the
Yeah.
damaging hat.
Yes.
I feel like I knew what was going on.
And so with
Yeah,
that...
I'm just saying why he doesn't give it to you.
Okay.
With that, as you prepare yourselves and Nathal continually pesters Veska about the scales on her face, each attempt of which she casually rebuffs, saying, this isn't the time, and perhaps it will reveal itself later. In either case, the fact that you have them too makes me suspect a certain someone got around a lot more than I was led to believe.
Before we leave the room,
Yep.
would a druid craft puff of wind possibly reveal that room?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay, that's fine.
And
That's
so-
what alright, moving along.
As
Yep,
you're
moving on.
about to leave, Floon Bagmar stands back and he says, considering this room is safe, and I couldn't help but notice that, your bard friend is in the adjoining room, perhaps I will wait here, while you find us a way out. I'm not sure what Volo said to you, but I'm hopeless in combat.
Okay.
Alright.
He brushes dirt and blood off his green robe and sheepishly disappears into the adjoining room. Even though he looks to be the spitting image of Rainier Neverember, you notice that he has not even the slightest hint of the bravado and bravery that Neverember exhibited, even locked in that cupboard under the stairs. And then you proceed down the stairwell where the Mind Flayer fled, into the darkness, and you cross into a passage. As you move through it, you hear above you running water, and you realize that you are descending into a tunnel that leads below the canal through which you entered this hideout. And then
How long has it been since we entered?
this
we've done a short rest, so yeah.
so it's been about since you entered this hideout or the sewers in general.
Since I cast light.
How long does it last?
1 hour.
Oh yeah, no, it's gone now. But would you like to cast it again?
I cast light again, but this time I cast it on my staff.
Good choice.
Aww.
As those of you
Got a hat. Like,
Oh, it's having a bad day.
As Ava leads you through the passageway that goes underneath the canal, the rest of you simply following her, Bulb touches his staff and fills the passageway with more light. At the end of the corridor, you come to a rusted metal door. It is closed and locked from this side. All you need to do is snip the latch and push it open. However, as you approach it, I'd like you all to make perception checks.
Which dice do I want to use? Because they're all rolling shit for me today.
11.
Fuck off. That's another fucking 5.
Aww.
Oh, no, that's a 6.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn it. I got it wrong before when you asked me for perception about that hallway.
Yay.
Door. Passage. I
Yep.
only added 2. I was
Oh,
meant
you
to have
know.
4.
Oh, well,
Right.
yeah, so we didn't add enough, but it's okay, it's okay.
Alright, nah.
Alright, okay, so
I just got 10.
Sir Lucian, you're the only one who hears voices from the other side of the door. You can't make out what they're saying, as they're speaking Undercommon, which you do not speak.
Damn it. Could he tell me that he...
However, after they speak in Undercommon, you then hear a single phrase, apparently spoken in Dwarvish, and this phrase is, it ain't done to us what they're planning to do with that poor fellow. Our orders are to keep guard and attack anyone who comes through that door. No matter who they are, if it's one of our own, it's their own bleeding fault.
So they said that in one breath, in one word.
In one sentence, one phrase.
That is amazing.
Well, if you
Oh,
get
I said-
half a sen-
I
if you
said-
get
I
half a
said one
sentence out of
sentence.
one word of French.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Dwarven could very.
I
easily
didn't
work
say
on
I didn't say one word. I said one phrase
Yeah,
spoken in
I know.
Dwarven.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
like
know,
it
but
was
it's
still
fine.
Heist and
Yeah.
Dwarven.
Yeah, but Dwarven could just be like French, where like half
Yeah,
a
it could
sentence
be.
is one word.
This is enough
all
to
good.
alert you that apparently there are Xanathar Guild members on the other side of the door. They are under orders to attack anyone entering the room. However, based on what the dwarf appeared to be saying, you could make a reasonable assumption that they are expecting you to come through this door, meaning you may currently have the drop on them.
Let's bash the door down.
Oh god.
They're directly the opposite side of the door, so we will have advantage.
Yes, you
We
will.
will charge them.
Tell Narfel to smash the door down, and I will roll for Narfel.
Alright. Alright, well, Lucian can bash the
Lucian.
door down
Oh
then.
wait,
Yeah.
unless you want to do it, Solution.
Sir Lucian, make an athletics
Oh, yeah.
check, please, to bash the door down.
Alright, this will be so cool. It's like a SWAT team of D&D players.
just
We can
trigger-
do this.
What if they do it
Where's the
together?
drugs? Where's the drugs?
Well, then he can do it with advantage if they do it together.
Do it with advantage.
Yeah, do it with advantage.
Yep,
You
because
rolled a 16
Narthel's...
plus
Oh, he rolled a
whatever
6. Yeah, that was enough. Okay. Sir Lucian will automatically go to the top of the initiative order as he sprints forwards. He holding his shield in front of him and like a battering ram smashes into the door and crash! The door bursts open, surprising everyone else inside. I would like everyone else to make a stealth check with advantage, please, to determine if you get a surprise round.
With advantage.
Yep.
18 for Bobbit.
Okay, Bobbit.
Bob. And Bob will be right back, like very quickly.
15 for Ava.
16 for Ava.
15 for Ava.
15 for Ava. And how much for Narthel?
Sorry. 13.
13. Okay, so you all get a surprise round. Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Narfel got 22.
Okay.
18.
Ooh, 18 for Bobbit.
I got I got 22 as well.
22. Okay, so I'll just put you ahead. I'll put him ahead of you because he helped bash the door down.
Yeah.
M1 is at 24. And how did Bulb go?
I think you said he was.
Oh, yeah, he'll be
but
back.
He'd be right back.
Oh yeah, he'll be right back. Okay, so we'll wait. I'll just Oh well, we're gonna take I'll just put them on the map. Okay. Alright, Sir Lucian, you may go first.
Where's my little character? Who is closest to me?
Either you enter the room and you see 3 bandits, each of them scurrying for cover as you burst into the room, and 1 dwarf with grey skin, a Duergar.
I was going to say I'm back, but now I think I'll leave again and leave you guys to deal with this.
Well, you got the drop on him. You're all getting a surprise round, so...
That dwarf is used to me. Not used to me. It's better use for us alive than he is dead. So
that may be helpful. Would you like to rush up to him and make a non-lethal attack?
That would be awesome.
Alright.
Absolutely.
So you rush... Yep. So you rush up to him, and as you do, you draw an attack of opportunity from bandit number 2, as he slashes at you with his short sword as you move past, and he... Wow, the bandit rolled really well. He hits you and deals... let us see... D6 plus...
damage.
He deals... 7 points of damage to you.
Good God.
You may roll to hit the Duergar.
Good thing you're
What a bastard.
got that second wind again.
Yeah,
That'd be a problem.
good thing you've got a second wind that you can use again at any time.
Alright, let's do this.
Did Nathal regain his lay hands with the short rest?
No, he only gets it back on a long rest.
Okay.
And he got a...
You nat one? Alright.
Do I get a roll of opportunity?
You swing your sword, but you stumble and you stumble on a rock that's jutting out of the floor, and you drop your longsword, meaning you don't get an attack off this round. But it's okay, this was your surprise round. Next up, it is Nathal's turn.
I just love the idea of you punting in the door, running full tilt, getting splashed as you go, and then just immediately dropping your sword.
Nathal rushes forwards, brandishing his axe towards the Duergar.
Is this the Redeemer axe or the battle axe?
It's just a battle axe.
Okay.
Well, technically it's the Redeemer
Well, it
axe.
is the Redeemer, but it just acts as a normal axe, because its magical properties are gone.
Wait, the mods are different. Oh, I just poked myself in the eye.
I believe a regular battle axe is like, is it 2d6 or
1d12?
Yeah, 1d12, whereas the Redeemer axe for some reason gets 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8 plus strength mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't that have proficiency as well?
It shouldn't have 2d8. Yeah. No. Strength mod in the damage only. Proficiency only goes to hit rolls.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, 2d8 plus strength mod is correct. So go ahead and roll to hit for Nathal.
Sorry, it's very confusing.
Okay, it's okay.
17 plus 9, I think you hit.
He hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, so that's
2d8 plus strength.
8.
Plus strength, that's
plus
it.
5?
Yep.
So I'm guessing it's
Which
strength
one of
max.
these is a freaking D8?
The one that looks like a...
Does he not have a... No, he's got to have a D8 out.
There's the diamonds.
Yeah, the diamond-shaped ones.
Better than that, just type it in the...
Oh, yeah. Yep, got it. That was an 8.
An 8? Yep. So swing
And
plus the
She-
13
no, I think
damage.
she's... Oh, the other one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait. Give me a sec to math. 8 plus 7 plus strength mod?
15
Yep.
plus...
Which
what's
is
his strength
5.
mod? So
So
it's
20.
Yeah,
Jesus
so 20.
Christ.
Jeez. He rushes forwards and slashes his axe at the Duergar, knocking him off guard. But the Duergar stands firm. Okay. It is now Bobbitt's surprise round.
No, it's Ava's.
Oh, yes, Ava's. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
did we roll initiative?
Yeah, we rolled initiative.
Oh, did we roll initiative?
Yeah, we rolled initiative.
Oh, did we roll initiative?
We did,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're doing that. This is.
I will wait till you go back to the map.
Yep, sorry. I was just checking what else there was.
I will go for that fella in the corner.
Bandit number 2.
Yep.
Alright, you rush for bandit number 2.
Yep. And I will try to hit him with my sword.
Go ahead.
Math. Uh, 14.
14. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. That was 9. Yeah, 9.
9. Okay, 9 points of damage. You slash him with your
and now
short
I'll-
sword. Make your second attack.
Yep, hit with my second attack. That was a nat 20.
Ooh, okay,
dear
so
God.
roll and double.
Alright.
He says
So,
that he's
I rolled a 3, so that's just 6.
6.
Alright. And just as he recovers from your first blow, you step forward and stab your other short sword into the underside of his rib. He groans and falls limp.
I like, yeah,
That's
you
just
said,
a fight
doing the
today.
math, you were just automatically pulling up the thing to erase him. It's like, yeah, this is happening now.
Alright.
What's happening?
Yeah, I knew he was going to die from that hit, so I had the thing ready to go to erase him. Okay, Bobbit, your turn.
Okay, am I gonna have to move to take a shot at this Dorogo?
Yeah, you'll have to step in front of Bold, unfortunately.
Fair enough. So it just kind of scoots past, points
Yep.
the staff directly at the dwarven guy, and, you know, Eldritch Blast is always good.
Alright, roll to hit.
That's a 19 to hit,
19, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
and that's gonna do 7 points of damage.
Boom! You hit the dwarf. He swears in Dwarven as he falls over, but then groans and climbs back up.
Damn,
It's-
how much health this boy got?
It's Veska's turn. She steps forward,
Back.
rushing into the room, running up behind Sir Lucian and firing a ray of frost at bandit number 1 in the adjacent room. And her ray of frost veers widely off course, sailing past the bandit's shoulder and hitting the wall behind him. Bulb, it is your turn.
Okay, so there's the dwarf. Is that bandit down there running away at bandit number 3?
No, he's gonna come into the room.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna keep my spell for healing because I don't see us not needing healing. I throw one of my new darts at the dwarf.
At the Duergar? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll to hit him.
Okay, which dice is not trying to kill me today? Hey, there we go. That's a 22.
22, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, so 1d4 PS plus.
Chicken dance.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask a while ago, actually, I forgot.
Yep.
If the weapon is finesse, can I use strength or dexterity?
Yeah, you
or
can
is
use either one.
Okay, cool. Awesome. 24. Okay, so that's d4 plus 2. That's 4 damage.
4 damage. You hurl a dart at him, it embeds itself in his neck, and he goes down, gasping for breath. Okay.
Then I would
Yep.
like to use my bonus action
Sorry.
to set up a reaction if anyone comes through the door that we came through to cast Produce Flame and throw it at them.
Sure. Okay, it's the enemy's turn. Bandit number 1 bursts into the room, and he raises his short sword and strikes at Sir Lucian. Actually, no, he strikes at Nathal. And... oh, he nat 20s on Nathal.
No!
Yeah, it will well these things.
Yeah, and Nathal takes 4 points of damage from that.
That's alright.
So he swings at Nathal with his short sword, managing to get past Nathal's axe and piercing him just under the left armpit.
That's
Then-
alright, you think this is bad. My enemies have to roll a 20 to fucking hit people in the Tuesday sessions.
Well, it has to roll a 20 to hit Nathal and a 19
Yes.
to hit Lucian. So, Bandit number 3 moves up and he comes through the door, activating your reaction. Make a ranged spell attack, please, Bulb.
That was the blue dice, so I'm using that again. Oh, that's a 23 this time.
Ooh, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Produce flame, is a D8.
D8, yes.
Yes, D8. D8 of fire damage. Let's see, let's use the red dice for fire damage. I'm not using the red dice anymore because that was a 1.
Oh, only 1 damage. It's okay, but his clothes are a little singed and he may catch on fire. He enters the room and he raises his short sword and he swings it in Ava's direction. And he hits you, Ava. And Ava takes 4 points of damage.
Yep.
It is now Sir Lucian's turn.
Alright, I'm going to strike at the bandit number 1.
Go ahead,
You're the lucky
roll
boy.
roll for damage.
I shit you not. I
Oh,
better
roll
not
to hit.
Fucking trip over my own sword.
Sword again.
Oh my fucking god!
Wow, I picked one hell of a time to
Yeah.
walk back in the room.
You
Goddamn.
reach down. You reach down to pick up your sword, and as you reach down to pick it up, the bandit kicks it, sliding it about a meter away. Just as you wrap your hands around it, you're unable to grasp it. It is Nathal's turn.
Okay, Nathal will hit the bandit number 1.
All right, go ahead. Roll to hit bandit number 1.
That is 14.
14. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. Alright, I need to get calculator out first because I know I'm going to
Yeah,
need it.
because his attacks, even in this campaign, are...
Just tell me what you rolled.
Oh, it's okay, I've got it.
Mm.
So it was
Yeah, I gotta say for a level
D8
1
plus
character.
strength. Yeah, so plus 5. So 11 damage.
11 damage. And he steps forward. And let me just check the HP I've got on record for this bandit. And yep, lops off his head with the Redeemer Axe.
That axe for a level 1 character is insane.
And now it is Ava's turn.
Ava will take bandit number 3
Yep.
to lunch.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay. That is 19.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yep. That was 6.
6. He's still up. Make your second attack.
Yep. That was only 8.
8. Yeah, unfortunately, he parries your blow with his short sword while
But
gasping
I'll
in pain
disengage.
from your first blow. Yep, you disengage.
And fly up.
Yep, and fly away. Okay. Fly over to the other side of the room. Okay. It's Bobbitt's turn.
Well, I'm glad you fled away, because I'm going to lob an Eldritch Blast at him the second you take off out of the way.
Yep, go ahead, roll to hit with your Eldritch Blast.
Come on, little buddy.
22. Yeah. Bobbitt's really getting tired of this place. Bobbit wishes to finish now and just lobs an Eldritch Blast at the bandit.
And that'll hit. Roll for damage.
22 hit. 22
Yep,
hit.
22
and that's
hits.
7 points of damage.
7
Yeah,
points
so
of
7
damage.
Points of damage.
As Ava flies out of the way, the bandit whirls around, turning to chase after her. You take this opportunity and blast him with a ray of energy and send him flying into the wall. He hits the wall with a sickening splat and dies.
Victory for Bobbit.
Yay!
Combat is over. Now that combat is over, you guys can get a better look at the room that you have entered.
I'm gonna finally pick up my sword.
Yes,
so
you
I can
could
basically
finally...
kick
Yeah,
around
you go
fumbling
find
about.
that.
Hey, you had your finest hour. You killed the intellect devourer. So,
I
I'm a
rolled
glorified
a
battering
18 for investigator.
yep. Investigate. Okay, so this room contains 6 tattered straw-stuffed mattresses. It appears that it's yet another sleeping room. Aside from the mattresses, there is a small wooden table crudely carved in the center of the room. There are a couple of stools laid about it, and the top of the table is laden with cards and dice.
I get distracted and start building a nest out of one of the straw mattresses to put Bobbit in.
Under one of the mattresses, Bobbit, you find a shred of paper. You pick it up and read it, and in very terrible handwriting and horrible spelling, it says, "I hid my treasure where no one would want to look."
There's gonna be a toilet somewhere in this dungeon, isn't there?
Is Bobbit going to show...
I was gonna say, Bobbit immediately just starts flipping over mattresses, making sure there's nothing else.
Yeah, there's nothing else in the room.
Okay, well, I guess we'll keep our eye out for something utterly horrible that no one wants to look into.
Alright, would you like to proceed onwards into the next room, or would you like to check this little adjacent room?
And check the adjacent room, I guess. What's that?
Before we go to leave the room, I pick up Bobbit by the back of his shirt and dump him in the nest I made.
Meanwhile, the rest
Bobbit
of
just
you proceed. Yep. What does Bobbit do?
Just imagine a small, like, fighting match of, like, Bobbit trying to wrestle back out of the nest and her just putting me back in.
The rest of you proceed into the small adjacent room. And as soon as you enter this room, you are assaulted by an awful stench. This room is empty, save for a hole in the floor that opens into a nasty cesspit below. The only thing...
I was going to say, Bobbit immediately runs in and just sticks his hand straight in the hole.
Ooh.
Secret thing in the smelly place, and just shoves his hand straight in.
I cast Druidcraft to make the place smell of roses.
Ah, lovely. So that means that Bobbit will get to make a con save now, just normally, instead of at disadvantage.
Oh, yay, thank
Okay.
you. Random, but thank you, and that's a 19 for con.
As soon as you stick your hand down the hole, you hear something click on the other side of it, and green gas begins to fill the cesspit. You quickly take a deep breath and close your mouth, and as the horrible stench has been blown out of the room by Bulb's Druidcraft, you are able to hold your breath quite easily, and you do not inhale any of the poison gas. You feel around underneath the hole, and eventually you feel a bundle. You grab it and pull it out, and find yourself holding a small fabric pouch. You open it, And inside, you find... I would like you to roll a d20, please, Bobbit.
I can do that. That's a 12.
That's a 12. This is a ruby of the War Mage. And you instantly know what this is, because it is... because your Arcana was high enough to determine what it is. I'll read what it does. So what I'm doing now is... if your Arcana is high enough to identify... high enough for a... and the item is not that rare, I'll just instantly tell you what it is.
Oh, okay.
So this is a wondrous item, common, requires attunement by a spellcaster, etched with eldritch runes. This 1-inch diameter ruby allows you to use a simple or martial weapon as a spellcasting focus for your spells. For this property to work, you must attach the ruby to the weapon by pressing the ruby against it for at least 10 minutes. Thereafter, the ruby can't be removed unless you detach it as an action, or the weapon is destroyed. Not even an anti-magic field will cause it to fall off.
Oh.
So it allows you to use other weapons or martial weapons as a...
As a focus, yes.
Well, that's not really going to work well with me personally, but I imagine well, yep.
No.
Any spellcaster may use it.
I was just about to ask. We already said that my staff is a spell focus for me, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yep.
So I imagine a paladin with a magically stripped back, and I know this thing's already broken to begin with, but screw it. I figure our paladin could probably make the most out of this one.
Yes, so you hand it over to Nathal, and I'm just gonna...
Actually, no, I would
as well.
What's
What?
Yeah, rangers are spellcasters.
Yeah, rangers are also spellcasters.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would much rather, after today's efforts, go and give the shiny thing over to Ava.
Ah, so would you like the shiny ruby, Ava?
Oh, of course. It's shiny.
I also immediately go to try and high-five Solution with the hand I used to stick in the hole.
Oh, yuck. Okay,
High five.
So, what am I writing down?
so I'm going to put it in the chat for you, Kitty, so you can see what it is.
Yep.
And...
Also, to justify my suggestion.
Yep.
Nathal, sorry, is probably only going to be using smites, which he doesn't
he
doesn't need a thing.
Well, actually,
fair enough.
Actually, Liam has grass spells. I was talking to him, and he actually saw a couple that he wants to use. So, but I think, given that Ava is dual wielding and wouldn't be able to use a focus because of that, it would be better for her because she can use one of her swords as a focus.
Yeah, that works.
Yep. So you leave the terrible, the actually pleasantly rose-smelling lavatory behind, and you move through the adjacent room, which appears to be yet another sleeping chamber identical to the one you proceeded through. Nothing of note in it. And you proceed onwards until you come to a stairwell leading up towards the original entrance to the dungeon that you found. And as you walk up these stairs, I would like everyone to make perception checks with advantage.
Okay. I was going to ask, could I use Druidcraft to make it smell like a skunk up there?
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course.
13 for Ava.
13.
16.
Yep.
Bob got a perception is wisdom? 12. So what his passive is anyway.
Yep. As you are descending the staircase, it's much easier to see as you're coming down towards it. But at the very bottom of the staircase, a section of the floor, about a foot wide and a foot long, is recessed up as if it is some sort of pressure plate.
Can Bobbit fiddle with it?
So you could Bobbit could try to disable it, or you could just jump over it. It will require acrobatics checks for everyone except for Ava.
Could I carry anyone over it?
Only Bobbit.
Oh wait, I can lift Bulb as well. I worked it out.
Oh, you can carry medium? Okay, yep. So you can carry everyone except Nathal then.
And could Nathal just is his leg span long enough? Are his legs long enough?
Well, he might be able to get over it, but, you know, Bobbit has...
Get him back.
Liam's back. Bobbit has the Thieves' Tools and can attempt to disable it.
Alright, as long as he doesn't get hurt.
Alright. What would you like to do,
17
Bobbit?
It's a 17 on the Thieves' Tools.
Yep. So you slowly descend the stairs and insert the Thieves' Tools under the pressure pad and lift. The pressure pad lifts up and you hear a click. And then a small compartment in the wall slides open and 3 poison-tipped darts shoot out, thunk, 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 in the opposite direction. The trap has been dismantled.
Yay, Bobbit helped.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I retrieved my dart from the dwarf.
Yes, you did.
I just wanted to say that so that I've got it back.
You proceed down, passing through the room behind the first arrow slit, where you can see the Kenku's face mushed up against the wall behind the arrow slit, where Nargle slammed him against the stone. You press onwards into the small room to the south. Rusty weapons and threadbare clothing litter the floor of this area, which appears to serve as a coat room and armory. There may be something of value here.
I heard armory.
Investigation, and
Alright.
that's gonna be a 20, not nat.
20,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So, you quickly search the armory. The majority of the weapons and armor stowed here have rusted beyond repair and are not worth anything. However, there are a couple that are still usable. And so you find 4 short swords and 2 long swords that are in good condition.
Are they shiny enough for me to want to pick up?
They're not shiny, but they're in good condition. It could probably be sold at market.
Was that 4
Yes,
short,
that was
2 long?
shit
4 short swords, 2 long swords.
Short swords a short sword's a simple weapon, isn't it?
No, short sword is a martial weapon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Are they martial?
Yeah, they are martial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In
Okay,
addition,
well, nothing for Bob then.
Bobbit, as you search the room, you see a rusted plate mail chest piece, and you want to go have a look at it. You walk over to it, and you go to pick it up, and although it crumbles in your hands, underneath you see what appears to be an old piece of parchment. It appears to be a blueprint for this part of the sewers, and you notice that one of the Xanathars has marked a passage back in the hall where you fought the Intellect Devourer, which apparently leads into the basement of a nearby house, and is designed to be a quick way to get back up to the surface without passing through the sewers proper.
So that's the room. That's the room where we couldn't find the secret room.
Yes.
Bobbit looks at the parchment, Gus, and goes, "Bobbit knows the secret way out," and immediately goes to go back down.
Immediately, yeah. No.
Yeah, Bobbit just immediately books it back down the stairway.
Immediately bursts through.
You hear, just runs straight back down. Then about 2 seconds later goes, "Bobbit can't see."
I fly after him as well.
Yeah. You all follow Bobbit back. You all follow Bobbit back down. Yes, Liam?
No, I didn't say anything.
I thought you said yeah.
How much are long swords?
How much are long swords worth? I won't tell you until you find a buyer, but you found 2 long swords.
Okay, well, it's just last session you told us what the short swords and
Did I? Okay, then I'll be consistent. Okay.
No, well, you don't have to. I'll just.
How much did I say the short swords were worth?
Short swords were. Oh, hold on, no, you didn't. Sorry, it was the paintings and metal.
Yeah, the paintings. Yeah, I was going to say. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So how much did longsword weigh then? Sorry.
How much do they weigh? They will be 1 pound each.
1 pound. Okay, thank you.
Not very heavy. Okay, so make sure everyone's written that down. And with Bobbit
I've
leading...
taken the loot.
Yep, with Bobbit excitedly leading the way, you return back to the hall with the stone chair. And it concerns you slightly, as even though you've now searched the full dungeon, there was no sign of hide nor hair of that mind flayer. And you wonder where he disappeared to.
Nope, no I don't.
Just as well, you
I'm sure
proceed...
that Bobbit has forgotten about him by now.
You proceed over
No,
to
Bob-
where the door was marked on the map, and now that you know it's there, you quite easily notice it. The square shape carved into the brick stone wall. However, it's quite flat and it is quite flat, not at all sticking out of the wall, has no place to grab onto, and as such will require an athletics check to open. So would
Yeah,
Nathal or Sir Lucian like to do that?
I think Sir Lucian is currently away from.
Alright, so Nathal may go ahead and do that.
Nah.
Okay, Bob will
We
try.
can all just Ross.
Okay, Bob will try then. Bob rolled a 13.
Oh damn! Druid's not having any of this shit.
Didn't even give me a chance to do it, to check around at all, and you go, no, fuck you.
Well, Bob has nearly died down here.
Yeah, Bulb wants to get out, so Bulb
Bob
steps
wants
forwards.
Bob, even Bob's gonna stop having fun.
Bulb steps forwards and grabs the square of wall. It groans with exertion as it begins to slide away, and then Nathal steps forwards and sticks his hand in the part that's now ajar and pushes it the rest of the way open for him. And then you descend into the passage below, once again hearing the sounds of running water above you, indicating once more that you are being led under the canal. And then you emerge through an open doorway on the other side into what appears to be an innocent-looking cellar of one of the houses on the street above. This cellar contains beer brewing supplies and lots of worthless clutter. And as you enter, a strong smell of alcohol fills your nostrils, and you notice directly to your right a large barrel in the corner of the cellar filled with fermenting homebrew beer. As you enter, I'd like you all to make perception checks, please.
It's totally tied at this point because that's going to be a 3.
Bob got 17.
That is... What's it? That's a 16.
16.
21.
21.
What do your birdie eyes see?
What do your eagle eyes see?
Okay, so only Ava and Nathal were able to see, so they will get to act before it in the initiative order.
Bob got
Oh, no.
17.
Oh, Bulb got 17. Okay, so it'll go Ava, it'll go Nathal, Ava, then Bulb. As you enter this room, the three of you see what appears to, at first, blending in entirely with the stone wall, a puddle of grey ooze that begins to slide across the roof with a soft, squishing sound. And we enter into the last combat of today's session. I'll get the combat music. We're going to use the same initiative order as before to save time. Well, actually, so we've already got Ava. So, Bobbit and Sir Lucian can roll for initiative.
That's a nat 20 for Bobbit.
Okay. So Bobbit will go first after the ooze does, because you did not see it there. So it gets to go before you on the initiative order. And where is Scuttlebutt?
Absolutely hasn't come back yet.
Listen, I'll roll for him. Roll 1d20 -1. And he's... Oh, okay, so he's going to be going very dead last in the initiative order, I see. Okay, so first up, we will be... it is Nathal's turn.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, I don't go first with a nat 20?
No,
but
because...
you didn't see
So
it.
we're-
Yeah.
Right, so I didn't notice it. Yeah, no, fair enough.
So I still have this healing potion that
Yeah,
you
you're...
gave me.
Yes.
That's a bonus action. Yeah.
Yeah, can I drink it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, never mind. I don't want to drink it.
You don't want it? Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Okay, so what would you like to do?
So it's just a normal ooze.
It appears to be a puddle of grey ooze blocking the exit to this cellar. Very possibly attracted by the smell of the homebrewed beer.
Can I lift up one of the kegs and throw it in the opposite side of the room?
Yes, you can. I'd like you to make an athletics check, please.
13.
You grab the keg of homebrewed beer and hurl it across the room. It hits the ground and begins to spill over the floor. The grey ooze immediately begins moving towards it until it drops down to the floor and begins to absorb the beer. The next person to attack it will have advantage. It is Ava's turn.
Wait.
Ava...
I will. First, yeah, I guess I'll just hit it with my sword.
Alright, would you like to mark it as your favourite enemy?
Well, I could just leg it because it's distracted.
Yeah, you could just run past it if you want to.
We don't specifically need to fight this thing. It's already out of the way, so...
The only reason to fight it would be is if you plan to use this cellar again.
Depends. Do we even know if this... Would you have a reason to come back down here?
There is a pillar, and there is the pillar, and you don't know where...
right.
Yeah.
Off you go.
That being said, we could just come back when we're higher leveled and fully healed.
Yep.
And kill it on the way back.
So it's entirely up to you. What would you like to do, Ava? Run past it or kill it while it's here?
Well, is it particularly strong?
You don't know.
Would I be able to tell?
You can make a nature check if you like.
Can I help her?
Yes.
Nope, M1's gone.
He'll be
Oh
back.
yeah, I've got proficiency in that. So.
Yeah, I'm helping you so you get advantage.
Okay, so 2d20.
Yep, and remember you get expertise in one of your skills because of the level 1 Tasha's feature. Okay. Yep. You take one look at it and determine that this is a grey ooze. It's not particularly powerful, but it does corrode metal, meaning if left unchecked, it may possibly ruin the entrance to the sewers.
Fire hurts oozes.
Okay, can I shoot it then?
Yes, you may shoot it. Would you like to take a step back from it?
Yeah.
Alright, so you take a step back so it can't hit you. Are you going to use a... Oh, well, you've already used a bonus action to do a nature check, so you can't mark it as your favourite enemy this turn.
No, but I do want to be, above the ground.
Yeah, you are flying. Yeah,
Like,
but you can't mark it as your favourite foe this turn, because,
that's
it's...
okay.
But you can shoot it, so go ahead and fire.
And with advantage.
Yes, with
Oh, yeah, I have
advantage.
advantage.
Because it's distracted, and also because you're high off the ground.
Double advantage.
He has the high ground.
Yes.
Yeah, high ground. Okay, so 15.
16. That is a hit, and also I just checked in Tasha's. Marking an enemy as a favored enemy is a free action. So would you like to mark it?
Sure.
So go ahead, mark it, roll your damage, and add an extra 1d4.
Alright. So
And you're
my
and you're
phone
now
one-
and you're now out of marks until you have a long rest.
So that's 11 on the regular,
Yep.
and then 1d4. 1.
Ah well, but still 12 damage is better than nothing. You fire an arrow into the grey ooze. It barely seems to notice as it continues to absorb the homebrew beer off the ground. It is Bulb's turn.
Bulb. Shit.
Fire. Lots of fire.
Oh, I got that covered.
No,
I got that
as
covered.
a druid, I would probably know that oozes are resistant to fire.
No, grey oozes aren't.
No,
Actually, they are resistant to fire.
Oh, okay.
Well, this one is. This one in particular. It's resistant to
Would it be
acid,
up
cold,
there?
and fire.
Would it be after drinking a shit ton of beer?
Yeah, homebrew and beer, that would be highly flammable.
Yeah, so you could go ahead and try and see what happens.
Well, that kills my plan.
Fuck it, produce flame and throw flame ball at the alcohol on the ground, see what happens.
Alright.
Are you sure you want to do that upstairs?
You run
Well,
up.
otherwise it's me running up and hitting it, and it's me up dead.
Yep. You run up and produce flame. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
To be fair, if he wasn't doing this, I would be, and mine would probably be a lot more destructive.
Yep.
A ranged spell attack. Spell attack bonus, so that is only an 8.
8.
Fucking produce flame.
Its armor class is 8. So you hit it! And, as it has consumed a copious amount of alcohol, it no longer has resistance to fire, so roll your damage.
Oh, awesome. Watch me roll a 1. I'm going to use blue this time. Oh, at least that was a 7.
7, not bad at all. You see flame. You see the flames immediately spread across the alcohol and up into the creature's body, but then its mass douses them, turning them into naught but plumes of smoke. Okay, it's the grey.
I'd like to ready in action.
Yep, what would action
as
would
soon
you
as
like
it
to
moves-
ready?
If it moves closer to me, I would like to produce flame and throw it at it again.
Okay, very well. After consuming the last of the alcohol with a... It slides back up the wall and onto the roof and begins to move towards you. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
That's a bit better. That is a 12.
A 12. Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
That's another 7.
You throw another fireball at it, hitting it as it slurps on the roof above you. The flames are quickly doused. You hear a hiss as bits of the ooze drop away, melting on the floor. Okay, it's going for a pseudopod attack on Bulb. And Bulb, it hits you. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage and an additional 9 points of acid damage.
Bulb is down.
Alright, make a death save, please. Alright, Bobbit, your turn.
Finally.
Okay, dumb $1 million question. So this thing's on the roof, correct?
Yep.
And what is this basement mostly made out of?
Stone. Although there are some wooden parts.
But nothing in, like, front of the, say, like, stairs or anything like that. It's mostly just stone?
Mostly just stone, yes. Although there is a lot of
Good.
brewing supplies and more home-brewed beer.
Boom.
Wonderful. In that case, everyone needs to get ready to run because Bobbert is done with this shit and tired of seeing his friends get hurt. So Bobbert would like to go up to where the slime, or the slime basically is, or at least under it anyway.
Yep.
Just so I'm not hitting anyone else in the firing range. And to everyone but Ava, you'll have seen this once before, but to Ava, I basically raise my hands and go to cast Burning Hands. So you need to make a dex save, please.
Yes, he's gonna make a dex save, let us see. And the ooze has failed its dex save.
Good. So basically, Ava's watching this small child she's been doting on since we started this dungeon. All of a sudden, the air around him grows stifling hot, his eyes start glowing red, and all you hear is this voice, much deeper than usual, going, "Is force yet?"
Where is the cone of that damage?
I will draw it on the map.
I was gonna say
Well, yeah,
go underneath it.
He doesn't actually have you in the. He doesn't actually have you in the thing, but.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he doesn't have you in the thing, but I will address that in a moment. Roll your damage, please, Bobbert.
That's going to be 4. Oh, I was directly planning on being directly underneath him, so I'm firing straps. That's going to be 14 points of 5 damage, and yeah, everyone needs to start moving and grabbing unconscious people and running.
You unleash a burning hand, and as you unleash it, Veska steps forward. She holds out her hand and sends 2 magic missiles blasting into the ooze as you're blasting into the ooze, parting its body so that your flaming hands hit the alcohol that's lingering inside. And then, boom! The grey ooze explodes into hundreds of pieces that scatter throughout the cellar. I would like the rest of you to make dex saves, please.
I did that. I got 22.
22, yep.
Oh, as I'm unconscious, I can't make a dex save.
I want to grab...
Don't tell me I've killed Bulb.
Can I grab Bulb?
You can. So you must make your dex save with disadvantage in that case.
I'm sorry. I was trying to keep away from it so I wouldn't actually hit anyone or hurt anyone in this.
26. I'm not
26. You grab Bulb's unconscious form and flap up into the air. How did Liam do on his dex save?
18.
18, lovely. Meanwhile, as the explosion rings out through the cellar, the rest of you hit the dirt as the flames lick the barrels containing homebrew beer, and boom! An explosion surges through the cellar. Your ears ring with the sound of the explosion, but
Crazy child.
you take no damage and are safe.
So it's just a bit like knocked back, lying on his back. He just hears, it's dead now.
You wait for your ears to stop ringing, and then you climb up, brush the little bits of goo and charred wood and ash off your bodies. Take one last look at the big scorch mark on the roof where the grey ooze used to be, and climb up the stairs.
I assume we picked up Mickey McGrood and...
oh yeah, you will. Yes.
Oh, good.
Passing through the abandoned house and onto the street level as Mickey McGrood and Floon catch up to you. Mickey McGrood informs you that he didn't actually get much research done. In fact, he got distracted and thought of a really good song to play next time he's got a gig, and decided to compose that instead. While Floon, upon being touched by the mid-afternoon sunlight, immediately kisses the ground and then crawls over, grabs Nathal and Lucian by the legs again and says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you!" Okay, I'm going to get the tavern music as I wrap up the session.
That's why I've been hearing some music.
Yeah, well, I just entered the combat music, so now I'm doing the tavern music.
The volume was at 7%. So
it was at 7%, yeah. Okay. You return to the yawning portal with Floon Bagmar in tow. As you enter, you see Volo drinking alone at one of the tables while anxiously looking around, awaiting news of Floon's fate. As soon as he sees you enter, he springs up and runs to embrace first Floon, then each of you in turn. As soon as he sees you. Nathal, do you allow Volo to hug you, or do you just subtly push him off as he tries to?
Push him off.
He says, I suppose not everyone is as touchy-feely as I, and, I see you have Floon in tow. You've done a great job and you've rescued my friend. He says, come over to my table, I'll shout us all drinks as thanks. He leads you over to his table, where he pulls out a chair for each of you, saying, please sit, and not stopping until each of you have taken a seat. Finally, he sits down at the table, and then he shouts, Floon is back! They did it! From one of the rooms behind the counter, the door opens, and out step a regal-looking halfling wearing silver armor emblazoned on the front with a golden symbol of Yondala, and behind him, levitating high enough so that he meets Nathal's eyes, a blonde-haired forest gnome wearing purple illusionist's robes. They see Volo beckoning for them to join him and cross over to the table. They take seats across from you and Volo. The halfling surveys the scene. He looks up at Floon, stares at him for a moment, then looks at the rest of you and says, well, looks like you made the right choice, Sir Volo. These people appear to have done a fine job of rescuing Floon. The gnome clasps his hands together and says, Yes, oh, reminds me of the good old days. Fighting bandits, setting them on fire, yes.
Ooh, Bobby likes fire.
Old perks up at the sound of fire as well. Although not quite as quickly as Bobbit, as he's still recovering.
The Volo calls a waiter over and orders drinks for the rest of you. And then, as he waits for the waiter to come back with drinks, he nervously laughs and he says, I confess, I jumped the gun a little. I called for some old friends of mine through the Harpers, the Fellowship of Steel. They told me to sit tight and wait till they got here, and that they would assign some new members to the job of rescuing Floon, but I had the feeling that there was no time to wait. At this, Floon shrugs, and he once again looks over at Nathal and attempts to wrap his arms around Nathal's torso as Nathal pulls away, and he says, Yes, indeed, Volo! Why, the Mind Flayer was going to make me their thrall if these people were 10 minutes later. Oh. At this, Volo says, Well, I made the right choice then. He says, So, Sir Tealeaf, Sir Snavillier, it appears that I am capable. I haven't lost that old touch. I am still capable of, finding which adventurers have that spark when I need to. Both members of the so-called Fellowship of Steel comprehend this, and then when the waitress returns with the drinks, the halfling takes a swig, and he says, Yes, well, if that was an impromptu audition, then you have done well. He says, Forgive me, I am Sir Milo Tealeaf, the gnome leans forwards over the table and says, "And Bartleby Snavillier at your service, illusionist and part-time artificer. When Milo will allow it, of course," he says as Milo gives him a strange glare. Milo says, "Yes, well, we were told that our friend Volo and his friend, our mutual friend Floon, had gotten into quite some trouble here, and we were coming down to assist. I'm going to admit I was quite a bit disappointed when I arrived and was told that Volo had recruited some random adventurers to the task, but, well, all turned out as well as could be expected." He says, "So, consider yourselves having impressed the Fellowship, and, depending on how your standing grows in Waterdeep, the Fellowship may have business with you yet." As he says this, Veska ponders something, her lips twisted to a smile, and she says, "Yes. Well, it appears that in the interests of finding the Fellowship, helping you people is my next prerogative." Bartleby
I thought it used to be the Fellowship.
Bartleby looks over at you. He says, "Ah! So then that explains why these adventurers were up to the task. And you would be Nathal, I believe."
That's me. Nathal the City God, Prince.
He says, "Ah, yes. Well, your father Nargle sends his regards. Of course, he is not ready to induct you into the Fellowship just yet. Hence why he is not here today. But Milo and I, well, we're impressed with what we've seen, and we have a feeling that you may prove to be Fellowship material."
Oh, intelligence.
"You may prove to be Fellowship material. Just not yet." Veska looks over at you, and she says, Wait. Nargle Hammerfall is your father.
He's my daddy.
The Prince of the Storm Giants, and legendary hero of the Fellowship, who fought against Imrith."
That's him. I'm so proud of him.
Nana's a prince?
She smiles, beaming wildly, both at the two members of the Fellowship and at Nargle, and she says, "Well, first I'm rescued from what may have been certainly a fate worse than death, and now, well, Timora appears to smile upon me this day. You see, I came to Waterdeep to search for the Fellowship, and when I heard they would be arriving soon, I thought I would impress them by rescuing this Floon before you did, in the interests of impressing them enough that I would get an audience with Nargle myself." She says, "And now I find you here, and you are here for the same reason as I, and so consider yourselves my allies, at least for the time being." She smiles and winks and brushes some red hair out of her face. You notice that she didn't quite explain why she wants an audience with Nargle, though you
I was just
suspect,
happy for a new friend.
having heard of Nathal's parentage, which appears to have perked her up for some unknown reason, and hearing that by crossing paths with you, she has indeed put herself in a position of someday meeting this Nargle of the Fellowship of Steel, and joining this fellowship, she has decided that from now on, she will remain your ally. Volo nervously chuckles as he... But she hasn't actually revealed that yet. She's just seemed to perk up to it. Volo laughs nervously, and then he says, "Well, you rescued Floon, and while you were at it, you rescued Rainier Neverember, who has nothing but good things to say about you, I might add. And I'm sure he will reward you in his own way. He's very well connected, that man. Friends with the Lord's Alliance, friends with the Harpers. Why, I do not doubt you'll be hearing from young Rainier in the days and weeks to come. But I confess that I have few coins to spare, but never let it be said that Volo reneges on a promise. So, allow me to present, as I promised. He holds out the papyrus scroll containing the deed to Troll Skull Manor. Who takes it?
I will.
You reach out and take it, and unfurl it, confirming that it is indeed the same deed he showed to you the night before and promised as a reward. There you have it, he says, clapping his hands together. The deed to a remarkable property here in Waterdeep, Troll Skull Manor. We'll need a magistrate to witness the transfer of ownership, of course, but I'll arrange a meeting with one after you've inspected the document and deemed it satisfactory. And with Sir Lucian and Nathal here, not to mention Rainier Neverember, eager to repay you. I have a feeling that arranging a meeting with a magistrate will be nice and easy, and we'll have that deed transferred before you can say knife. He beams at you.
Nice.
Do you have anything to say?
I
Nice. Do we know this place is haunted yet, or?
He heard,
I
he
did mention it.
Would you
That's
like to
right,
ask
I'm
him a
just-
bit more?
I'm just trying to remember.
Yeah. Would you like to ask him a bit more about it?
I would.
do I feel anything in my body sense?
Yeah, you feel as if this property is not exactly what it's made out to be. And Nargle clears his throat and he says, "Well, let's not celebrate yet. You said this place was haunted." Volo blushes red and he says, yes. Well, I recently bought the property because it is rumored to be haunted, and I was hoping that investigating it might yield a chapter for my next book of Volo's Guide to Spirits and Spectres. But I was unable to encounter such a thing. Well, that is to say, I'll be open with you. I was too afraid to enter the house on my own, and so the only spirits I've gathered any knowledge about happen to be the bottled kind. He says, but a haunted house, it should be a trifle for a group such as you. And after all, Milo smiles and he says, yes, cleansing a haunted house of the spirits that torment it. Consider it a fine trial for prospective members of the Fellowship.
Who wants to meet the spirits?
That is every paladin's duty to cleanse all evil doings.
Aw, none of my friends are Bobbit.
Oh, Bobbit.
And with that...
raises his hand and orders the spirit.
Yeah. And so Nathal folds up the deed, places it in his pocket as Bobbit looks away dejectedly. So Lucian says, "Well, I don't quite fancy the haunted part, but a nobleman needs a nice house. Of course, I already have one, but a second one would do no harm. Thank you for the reward, kind sir." Volo chuckles once again, and he twirls his moustache, claps his hands together, and he says, "Well, everything has turned up trumps. Floon is safe, you have impressed the Fellowship, and you have a house to call your own, provided you can cleanse it of its ills. And as Milo said, what better test for prospective members than the cleansing of the haunted house? Now, I think it is cause for a celebration. Drinks all around," he shouts,
Daddy taught me to drink.
shouting the entire tavern
Rabbit likes
a round of drinks, and then immediately regretting it as he realizes his pouch only has a small handful of coins left. And that is where we end today's session. Thank you everyone for playing. you each level up to level 2.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
Upgrades. Bobbit gets upgrades.
Yep,
Upgrades, people, upgrades.
everyone levels up to level 2, and you do not gain any inspiration points, but everyone aside from Bobbit still has theirs from last week. And so next week, having rescued Floon, having made friends with Volo, impressed the Fellowship of Steel, or at least Milo and Bartleby, and also having unintentionally made friends with the young Rainier Neverember, Floon's almost body double, you've put yourself in a fantastic position for making a name for yourselves here in Waterdeep. And so next week, you will head over to Troll Skull Manor, have the property transferred into your ownership, and take a look at this fine estate that you have inherited, and hopefully deal with what you hope to be some minor problems that may need a little bit of fixing up. And so, thank you everyone on both YouTube and Twitch streams for joining us today, and we hope you join us next week as watch the skis. Join us next week as our adventurers head to Troll Skull Manor to take stock of their new acquisition and hopefully cleanse the place of some unwanted guests. We've enjoyed having you around, we've enjoyed playing this session, and we hope you enjoyed watching. And so,